we're gonna continue where I left off, basically. I'm still waiting for that new story chapter, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it would have already come, but it hasn't came yet. Pause. But we got this new, like, side quest here with Silverwolf and everything. It's so funny, bro. Silverwolf. If you guys play Honkai Impact, she's literally like Bronya. Like another... She's a different iteration of Bronya. It's hilarious. And in her trailer, she's actually playing Honkai Impact, so it's like, I don't know. Honkai Impact is like a game in this world, but like, it's actually from a different universe. Like, Welt came from Honkai Impact, and he sees his world is a game now. That's insane. I doubt it's canon, but like, whatever.
Hey,
it's still funny.
I didn't expect to see you here in the administrative district. How have you been lately?
I swear to God, it's one of the loudest freaking nights, bro. Like, oh my God, bro. Bro, I hate living in the ghettos, dog. Yo, we got drag racers out here, bro. Oh, drifting. Okay. Sorry, what did Pella say? How have I been lately? Pretty good. How about
Great
you?
to hear. Since the Stellaron crisis subsided, Belobog's been feeling a little more cheerful. We're really grateful for your assistance.
I just leave my house. I walk to the corner. And there's like freaking donuts. It's like, oh, it's insane. It's...
And yes, things are going well for me too.
And the crap is that I actually live near the cops.
Get your clothes wet.
Like, what are these guys doing? Like,
You spent so much time in Belobog on your last visit. You must have passed by here before, right?
Yeah, I did.
This is Belobog's History and Culture Museum, built more than 600 years ago.
Yeah,
Last
got it.
time you visited, it was closed for its 10-year renovation. Now that the Stellaron crisis is over,
Stop.
we've been able to allocate more manpower to the renovation works. The museum should be open to the public again soon.
I never heard Pella this friendly to me. Jesus Christ.
It's
Just what? You ran into trouble?
we encountered a problem during the renovation process. The Silvermane guards are doing all they can to figure it out.
Bro, I bought new headphones. They're so cool. I already have them. It's like Bear Dynamics. $9.90. But I guess I already bought them again.
I shouldn't talk about it in the open like this.
Because the old ones,
Hey,
they broke.
Why don't I give you a tour of the museum? We can talk
And-
inside while I show you around.
Wow, it's just so nostalgic hearing the audio quality again. It's so good. I actually still have my old ones. They don't work anymore, but like I still have them. I think these are 250 ohms. The old one, I'm not sure if they're 250 or 80.
If you have time, that is.
That sounds
Great.
nice.
What are we waiting for?
Alright, so this is a little bit of a impromptu, you know, guerrilla stream. I didn't expect that I would have
Welcome
actually
to
done a
Belobog's
video
History
stream
and Culture
right
Museum.
now. So we're just kind of doing this out the bat, bro, you know what I'm saying? So if I sound kind of weird, whatever, like that's just I didn't really plan this, you know.
As you can see, after nearly 100 days of renovation,
As opposed to my
the
professional
area looks
streams.
brand new.
Oh wow, look at that.
However, there's a problem that needs to be resolved before it can open to the public. The museum was established nearly 600 years ago as a memorial to honor Alyssa Rand, the first Supreme Guardian, and the martyrs who gave their lives in the battle against the invaders from beyond the sky. As time went on, new exhibits were continually added to the memorial until it became the museum we see today. Past the reception hall, you'll find the general
Okay.
hall, the museum's largest exhibition.
Oh, we're walking. Oh,
There
nice.
are all sorts of exhibits on display. Paintings by famous artists, samples of the planet's crust. Visitors can experience the essence of Belobog's culture in just a few minutes' time. I really hope the museum can open up soon. The children here need a culturally enriching environment, especially those from the underworld. But like I mentioned
Underworld
earlier,
kids.
we're in a bit of a bind. We could really use a helping hand.
Yo, you just asked. What's up, shoddy? It's just me and you. Me and you. You know what I'm saying?
This is the issue we're trying to deal with.
Can you help me here? I'm stuck. Ah!
The exhibit disappeared. There's just he found us. I need help opening this cabinet.
Wait, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Yo! I told you that I need help getting unstuck. Chill.
You're in a museum, remember? Here, let me explain. This exhibit was recently stolen. It was one of the oldest and most precious items in the General Hall collection. The meteor fragment. It is said that 700 years ago, the invaders from beyond the sky
Just let it
descended
autoplay.
upon the surface of Eurillo 6 with a meteor shower. The meteor fragment is solid evidence that those invaders once tainted our land.
Tainted.
Sorry, the tour guide in me gets a little carried away. I'm not here to give you a history lesson. Still, it's no exaggeration to say that if the meteor fragment isn't recovered, the museum will lose half of its significance.
Do you know who the thief is? Can't we just use a replica? True.
Out of the question! As the curator of the exhibits here, I would never resort to deceiving the public like that.
Please.
Our first priority is finding the thief and recovering the stolen item. But we don't even have a suspect yet. That's why this case is such a conundrum for the Silvermane guards. Truth be told, the meteor fragment isn't the only item that was stolen. But we want the museum to open as soon as possible.
Bro, imagine like the
We can worry
museum's
about
like
other
biggest
missing
thing
items
is a freaking rock. It's a meteorite. Like, come on, Pella. Can't it be like a dinosaur? Like that freaking big ass robot that beat Kokoli was pretty cool, wasn't it? Like, jeez. No, let's put the rock. What is he cooking? I think I know who the culprit is.
You must be thinking of Sample, right? I don't think so. Our people have been keeping a close eye on him these days.
Out of all the things you could have
He's
made,
been
like,
on his best
you know,
behavior.
the big one.
Not the slightest
You picked a
hint of
freaking
trouble.
meteorite? Like, come on now.
The guard station in the underworld reported that some suspicious characters have been meeting at a hideout in the Great Mine late at night. Since the Silvermane guards are still getting situated in the underworld and we don't have any direct evidence, we haven't been able to apprehend any suspects. But if you were to go there yourself and ask around, I think we could gather a lot of useful intel.
Okay, I see what's going
So-
on here.
Would you like to help solve this case?
No. I'd love to. Let's meet at the Great Mine and go from there.
Sounds promising. I'll meet you in the underworld then.
Alright. Okay. Yo, I love curly cables, bro. They're just so good to, like, touch, you know? Like, I'm just listening to music or whatever, I'm just, like, playing around with it, like... It's just so fun. I'm like hear this, like... Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm, like, compressing, like... oh, it's so fun, it's so fun. Okay, look at this museum. Oh my. They can be seen all over the streets make ding-dong sounds as they pass by. Bella Boggy and still love this tradition shows you, even though shows you can waver during rush hours. Yep, I could feel that. Jesus Christ. What's this horse? Dog? What the dog know? It used to be a mundane handicraft province, one of the most important pieces of the museum. Once a piece of junk below at the time, even junk can become treasure. Wow, very deep, very deep. A lantern? Alright, let's not dilly-daddle here. Yo, Silverwolf, like, I don't... Damn, bro, it's tough, because, like... I want to get Kafka, right? I'm saving up for Kafka. And I'm debating if I should get Brian, because I like Brian too. Like, no, not Brian, sorry, Silverwolf. I like Silverwolf too, like she bad, bro. Yo, she... Relax. Her abilities is really cool. The fact that she could, like, make any enemy just have a weakness that your team has is, like, insane to me. I just find that really cool. Let's move on, though, to the museum. I feel like the museum would be something fun. Also, let me, just for funsies, bro. I've collected enough of warps. I'm not sure about using it. I'm still not sure if I want Silverwolf, bro. I'm still debating myself. She got some nice thighs, you know, but like... And I like her abilities, but I'm not gonna lie. Lucha, even though Lucha isn't like a pretty freaking babe, that guy's abilities are sick. And I find his abilities way more helpful than Silverwolf's. Especially because I just feel like Silverwolf will be like kind of like downgraded over time. I feel like she's gonna be nerfed. For being such a gamer, ironically, I feel like she's gonna be nerfed. Cause like, And her abilities aren't like, they're good, but they're not like that, you know, that good. Like, I feel like Lucha's though is pretty insane. Lucha is gonna get nerfed like crazy, bro. His ability just has so many things, bro. Like, it's crazy. Anyways, let's go for this one. Let me just wait then. I'll hold it off. And I'll see if, you know... Oh?
The conditions here are so rudimentary. I wonder how long those people have been living here. Back to the investigation. We contacted an agent from Wildfire. Apparently she has some first-hand intel. I think her name was... Sweta?
Sweta.
Yes, that's right. Let's go pay her a visit.
Sweta. She sweat a lot. I ain't reading a lot. I ain't sweating a lot.
What?
What?
Oh, it's you. Oh, I thought I'd been discovered. Let's try not to make a commotion. You never know who's listening.
That bad, huh? How many exhibit thieves are there?
50.
A lot. I don't know if you're aware, miss, but any intel that makes money spreads like wildfire in the underworld. Travel between the overworld and the underworld has been open for some time, but not everyone down here can take advantage of that opportunity. The majority of underworlders have to stay here to feed their families. From what I hear, smuggling museum artifacts is a lucrative enterprise. If I wasn't working for Wildfire, I'd be tempted to get in on the cash myself.
How much can you make? Do you know who might be behind the museum thefts? How much can you make?
You aren't getting any funny ideas, are you?
Better steal me a little artifacts for
Don't cut to the
myself.
chase. Wildfire hasn't identified the ringleader yet, but I've heard some interesting rumors that might be helpful to you.
I'm all ears.
Firstly, the group in question has a very public presence. They post recruitment notices all over the street. If you can find a notice, you might be able to glean some clues from it. Secondly, they're rash and careless in their work. They've been seen carrying large crates of illicit goods around the mines and selling them out in the open, without even trying to hide anything from the miners. Thirdly, I heard there are children in the mines that might be involved. I haven't had the chance to look into it.
Hook?
But keep an eye out.
All eyes on
I
Hook?
see. Thanks for the intel. I'm sure it'll help us crack the case. Well, I'm going to head for the settlement and see if I can get more intel from the locals. In the meantime, do you think you could head out and look for more clues? We can compare notes when you're done. I'm counting on you.
Alrighty then. Find clues based on the information provided by Sveta. Oh shoot, look who it is. Me. Yo, you know what would be so sick, bro? See, if y'all don't know, Honkai Impact Zila, she has like a alter personality in Honkai Impact that's like a edgy version of her. Because normally Zila in Honkai Impact is like she's really kind, she's kind of like meekish and everything. While the other Zila is like edgy. She's kind of like her basically. Even edgier. But like, I wonder if they're gonna make a character out of the other Zila. That'd be pretty interesting. Probably not, because like she already is kind of like the mix of both Zilas, especially with her ultimate and everything. But it'd be kind of cool still.
He bought me lots of new clothes. Things you can't even find in the
Yo, she
underworld.
just exposed her dad. That's crazy, bro.
Clothes, schmoes. My daddy bought me a super
Nah, bro, they're both getting
Got me a
exposed.
model tram. Bet you haven't seen one of those before. That costs way much more than boring clothes.
Sounds like their parents bought them expensive gifts recently.
Oh my god, I love hearing the main freaking
If
Stella,
people in
bro.
the underworld want to get rich, what options do they have? This is noteworthy.
Sick, bro. These freaking little kids just completely ratted on their parents. Hell yeah. Thanks, little kid. Your daddy's going to jail now. You discover a suspicious poster, perhaps it has something to do with the museum theft case. Recruiting temporary porters, mechanics, and security, flexible hours, excellent pay. If interested, please get in touch. The content after please get in touch has been crudely scribbled over. There's more here than meets the eye. They could have simply ripped the poster down. Why spare the effort? Maybe the organization behind this wanted people to know of their existence without giving too much away to Wildfire or the guards. Let's keep looking. Yeah, most likely. Most likely. Like, relax. Bros. Oh, we gotta fight these guys? Oh, they talk?
Beep, beep.
Oh my god, they're goofy. Okay. Talk to
What
me.
are these two doing sneaking around?
What are these two doing? Oh,
Beep, beep. Alert, alert. Nosy person spotted. Nosy person spotted. Beep, beep. Protect the goods. Protect the goods.
protect the goods.
Don't mess with me.
I just noticed these hands, aren't they kind of like going like that little symbol for like, yeah, rock out, boys, rocking out. Okay, easy. Get him out of here.
A sharp scythe needs targets.
Empty. These crates were probably used to store stolen items. Someone left robots to guard them. Looks like I'm too late. Let's look elsewhere.
Alright.
The 3 rumors Sweta talked about all check out. Time to meet back up with Pela.
I love hearing, it's like, what, Stella's voice, bro? Oh my god. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's almost like, because they don't use it and they use it very sparingly, it makes her voice better or something. It's just nice to hear her voice. It's an attracting voice, I'm not gonna lie, but like I'm talking about also as well, just like the way they use it. I just find it very good.
Oh good, you're back. Did you find any critical intel?
All 3 of the rumors Sweta mentioned are true.
See. Looks like someone is getting the miners involved in this.
The
stealing after
miners.
all. I made some progress too. The miners
got
here
children
said they
involved?
noticed some people acting strange recently. A few vagrants who almost never leave the Great Mine have suddenly started making trips to Boulder Town.
Big fans of Boulder
I asked the
Town?
Silvermane guard station there to go investigate some places of interest. I hope they find something. Hey, we've got some news.
New message. Oof. Oh boy. Whoa, I got like a big yawn. Okay, there. I held it back. Successfully. Artifact Theft Special Investigation Group. Silvermane Guard Investigator Madam Mikkel and Miss Pela. We found the lost meteor fragments. Really? Where is it? For real? This seems too easy. Too easy. For real, bro. I'm experienced pro hunter, bro. Like adventurer. It's any room in the Goth Grand Hotel. Looks like some forgetful thief left their most important loot here. We've got the area under control. Now we're waiting for you two to come and check the stolen artifact. We'll come immediately. Don't make a big fuss and don't alert the other guests. Got it, Miss Pela.
We'll come immediately.
Stroke of luck. I didn't expect to get a break in the investigation so quickly. Come on, let's go to the Gerda Grand Hotel. I hope
Gerda.
this isn't some sort of cover-up operation.
I'm gonna cover her up. Hey, yo. Hey. Right. Let's see. Gerda Grand Hotel.
Let's take it in turns.
Let's take it to you rest. I'll stand guard. Yep. Alright, let's take it in turns.
This must be the box. Let's open it.
It's a freaking explosive.
See. Color, the texture.
Really?
Yep, this is the stolen meteor fragment, all right. Fantastic.
It couldn't be a fake, could it? This investigation was a little too easy. Looks like an ordinary rock.
Are you kidding? The history that this stone carries is of an incalculable importance to Belobog. Honestly, I didn't think we'd get it back so easily. It almost feels like something's not quite right. In any case, now that we have the meteor fragment, the museum can now open.
Bro,
to
the
the
fact they could see like
That's good news.
her freaking cheeks from
As
like
for
the
tracking down
that's
the thief,
crazy.
I'm afraid it'll be a long-term project. When the time comes, we may need your assistance again.
I feel like Pela's like an
Let's go.
underrated
We need
cutie
to take
for
this item
sure.
back to the museum where it belongs.
She's like a short sec, bro. That's like insane. Like, let me not get started, bro. Let me not get started on short secs.
Now the General Hall can return to its former glory. Thanks for your help.
Alright, we got that rock back.
The meteor fragment. It's so majestic.
It's a really nice rock. Looks like an ordinary rock, for sure. Is it cooking?
Didn't you
saw
already
that? Like,
say that?
it's crazy.
Forget it. It's thanks to you that we got it back in one piece. If you want to call it a rock, call it a rock.
The rock.
The General Hall is ready to open to the public again. Oh, by the way, the museum's previous manager resigned recently to pursue his dream of becoming a writer. So, if you're interested, do you think you'd like to take up the post part-time?
Is it that guy who's like always asking for like,
Give
give me some ideas or something to like write? Sounds enticing. How's the compensation? They didn't even give me the option to refuse.
What does that mean? Well, you didn't say no, so I'll count that as a yes.
Alright then.
Now that that's settled, let's go pay a visit to the museum lobby secretary, Eris. She's a talented worker and can tell you everything there is to know
I need some
about
payment
museum
for this.
matters.
I need some compensation for this.
But I don't have any money.
Well, there's other ways to pay.
Oh, I see.
Like, crazy, bro. Crazy, dog. Like, it just... Eris. That sounds familiar. We talked to her before, I think, right? Not in this setting, but like somewhere else in
Allow me to
Belobog.
introduce you two. This is Eris, our secretary. And this is the savior of Belobog from the Express.
Sheesh. I got me a
I'm sure you've heard her
secretary.
name many times already.
It's crazy.
Oh, yes. I've heard so much about you. It's so nice to finally have the pleasure of meeting you.
Come to my office. We'll discuss. Nice. You want a promotion? Shut up. Nice to meet you too. You're very pretty. Oh my.
Thank you. What a nice compliment.
Riz up the
In
NPC.
addition to her
Yes, sir.
secretarial duties, Eris is also a student at the Belobog College of Art. She's very knowledgeable about
don't
the
reject her
museum's
now.
exhibits and their history. Eris, starting today, she is going to be our museum manager. Please keep her updated on matters relating to the opening and operation of the exhibits.
My pleasure, Miss Payla. Leave it to me. I'll keep our manager up to speed on every detail. Would you like to begin with the museum's workflows?
Imagine if Eris, like, she gets rejected from the art college and is like, slowly, day by day, she gets more of a Germanic accent, like, ich bin nein, like, du bist ein... Guten Morgen, like, slowly, and starts, like, complaining to you about, like, the art college. They wouldn't understand the passion.
Let's get started then.
All these undergrounders completely not listening. To revitalize the museum to its former prestige and glory, we must keep obtaining Revita's score from operations. Okay, whatever that means. Click here to enter management gameplay. Oh, the little music is so cute. That's adorable. Almost sounds like a Pokemon music. Ready to flex your managing expertise? Let's get down a bit. Yo, I can manage, yo. Sorry, it's late. I'm bored. not bored, but oh my god, this looks crazy. All right, to manage the museum, assistants must be appointed. I actually used to run a museum. I used to own one. You can trust Payla with managing the general hall. It's pretty fun. S tier. Oh my. Start managing. Starts managing all over the place. Oh no. The tour route is so well planned, I can't get lost even if I wanted to. Oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Easy money. Easy work, bro. This is exactly how it was like when I owned that museum, bro. Select to level up the exhibition area. Increase the level of exhibition area will improve benefits from operating the museum, but will also set the objectives higher. So I guess higher standards. Oh my. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just clicking. Like, appoint more assistants to reach operational objectives. I'm reading and I'm clicking, but I do not understand. Click to hire assistants. Elaine, this assistant can help you reach the operational objective. Hire them. Hire them! Like, what if I don't want to hire them? 50 from development fund to hire this assistant. Alright. Keep leveling up the exhibition area. Just do it. Just do it. Shut up and do as I say. That's what... This is fun. It's almost like a little mini game of a tycoon simulator or something. Appoint more assistants to reach operational objectives. Bro, remember all those freaking Roblox tycoon games, man? They're so fun. They're not even like crazy fun. It's just the fact it's just so addicting. Like collect points and then like just upgrade. It's so like mind-numbing, but damn, is it fun? It's like damn, they know what they're doing, man. So this guy has more clocks, I guess. 40. She has 20. She's got 44 papers though. Damn, he's got 30 people. She's got 14 only. I don't know what that means. What are these stats? Whatever, let's get the guy. Let's have some more diversity, right? For guys, said no one ever. Okay, 50. There we go. We have more women than guys, so our diversity is really good. I mean, in our museum. There we go. The exhibit descriptions were so detailed, I could spend a whole day there and still not finish. Such a jaw-droppingly experience. That's funny. You said the same exact thing as the last person. What? Julian? Get this little ass kid, bro. How does he have standards for the freaking museum, bro? Like, get over here. Since when did kids have, like, interest in, like, this boring ass Belabogian museum, bro? Please. I actually do like museums. I always like museums. Like any museum, bro. Freaking, they're all fun. Art museums, history museums, they're all interesting. IMO. Oh, nice. Oh, we got guests? Oh, what is this? March? Natasha? Hook, obviously. That's Zila. Zila again, I guess. Alright, Clara, obviously. Zila again. The Sampo, Kashki. And that's a homie. I don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know. Upgrade General Hall exterior. This. General Hall. This is the exhibition. We could click on these? No. What? Okay. Upgrade tour guidance. Upgrade educational materials. Let's do that. Bam. Bam. Give everyone an S tier experience. More time. This. And yeah, that's cool. That looks good. The exhibit was a blast. The kids were all over it. Your kid shouldn't be all over the museum, bro. Like, freaking leash those freaking dogs, bro. I don't want them freaking little rats running around, bro. In my museum. This is a fun little mini game. I don't really feel like this is much for video worthy though. I feel like I could just kind of do this by myself, you know, on my own time. It is fun. I'll continue it. And plus, we got that little extra couple of days because I don't know why. Something of like some glitch happening where it couldn't like let people complete it or something. I don't know. What would I know? You know? Jesus Christ, almost a week in business. Business is booming. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves me. All is going good. Oh look, a week. Oh man, new assistants. Staff recruitment. Oh my, 400? What? Damn, bro. Yo, that's more than double the other guys. That's crazy. Yo, good thing they hopefully don't discuss their wages. Like, Jesus. They're gonna be pissed if they find someone doing like more than double their freaking salary. We could require this little freaking brat, bro. What the hell? Damn, how the hell is Julian better than these guys? You guys are literally getting outshined by a freaking child. Literally, that's... Oh, I see. So they all add their little flair or something. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, okay. Payla seems to be looking for you in the general hall. Oh. Payla? Yo, Payla got some thighs, for real. Mikhail, Eris told me you managed the museum so well that it was as though you had done it for years. Yeah, I'm impressed. Previously, we planned to only open the external area of the general hall to manage the cost. Now that we're doing so well, I think it's time we open the internal area to the public. Okay, let's do it. Manager Mikkel, I hope the museum will be revived steadily with your help. Go ahead and talk to Eris. She will tell you how to manage multiple exhibition areas simultaneously. Keep up the good work. Yes. Yes. I am a good manager. New development fund acquired. Oh, 1,500? That's crazy. I'm your boss. What are you talking to me as if I'm a guest? I better hear a hello, boss. How can I assist you today? Yes, come to my office, please. What does the museum do? I want to know more about you, Eris. Oh my. This is...
Me?
I'm just a student of the Belloc College of Art. Curator Oldan is my mentor, and I'm here to do my internship under him. In short, I'm just an ordinary person. My stories are as boring as they come. Let's talk about museums, shall we? Yo, Eris, come to my office real quick. I need to have a word with you. In private. What do you think about promotion? Bro, this reminds me, I remember going to this little museum. It was so cute. It was like this museum in, sorry. It was this museum in like, it was about cars and just about a bunch of freaking cool cars. It was really cool, actually. Very interesting. You saw how like cars were like, you know, back in the day, like that. It was really cool. I really enjoyed that museum. But there was this old guy, bro. He was so wholesome, bro. He was so sweet. Like, this guy, you could tell he's so passionate about cars and everything, because he's like giving me this entire history about like the freaking trucks, the Max. Like, oh my goodness, bro. I was with other people, so I kind of felt bad to like keep talking to him. I wanted to like talk to this guy more because I could tell that this guy really wanted to talk to people, you know. A lot of old people, they really do want to talk to people, like, and I feel bad because like a lot of people, like youngsters especially, you know, they don't really want to talk to people. They want to like just be to themselves, or like, I don't got time for this, like this type of mentality. Like the older you get, the more you kind of want to like just kind of take it slowly, talk to people more. You find things like that interesting. But when you're young, you don't really think about that sort of stuff. Oh look, we got this. Obtain new clues, complete mission, exhibit collection, oil painting part 1 to obtain exhibit. Okay, so it's just missions. Oh, we actually got... Oh! Interesting. So we actually got to get out and like do something? But it was so sweet, bro. I felt like I wanted to like talk to that guy more, bro, about his life and things. Like, he's the type of guy that you could just tell, like, he's passionate, you know, he wants to like talk more. Oh, hi there, you're here to collect Belloc landscape paintings, right? As you can see, 3 exhibits of the same category are still missing in the general hall. They were all made by the great painter Rebini. A graduate of the Belloc College of Art, he is currently the icon of the Nomadist school and the pinnacle of the city's art scene. Alright, sorry, I muted the mic. Alexa was just speaking just now. I don't know why I don't just let her play. Like, I don't know why I muted the mic. Like, I already know what she's gonna say. She's gonna tell me to go to bed. Right now, it should be kind of like my sleepy time, you know? Not exactly sleepy time, I just get ready for bed. You know, floss, brush my teeth, type of thing. So I gotta pay him a visit in his studio to chase him up. No clue where he's at. Did he just bail out on you to avoid trouble? Yaha, unlikely. He hates doing his work in isolation. If possible, he will definitely paint outdoors. Let me check which paintings are still missing. Got it. Looks like I'll have to task you with a trip to the outlying snowy plains. If everything goes as planned, he should be over there. I'm on it, and I'll be back in a jiffy. Great. Off you go then. Oh yeah, take this. We've agreed to settle things in cash, and here's the money. If he's done painting, then you can hand this over to him immediately. But this dude's got a quirky temper. If he insists on not taking the payment, don't waste your time. Just keep it as a delivery fee for yourself. Oh hell yeah. Bro, don't take that payment, bro. Alright, this is cool. Okay, now this is cool. This is cool. So, it looks like, yeah, now we actually gotta get out there, freaking find this guy. Okay. The melody of your footsteps echoes in a silent snowdrift. Just like a drifting snow phantom, you've come in the dead of winter. And so, you are... Uldan sent me to chase up this painting. Uldan, what a delightful name. Nice to meet you. Bah, that wretched old man again. I told him soon. I'll finish it soon. Quit bugging me. But you've got great timing. I've just finished with this landscape, a vista overlooking Belobog, and I'm gonna call it Ray of Dawn. It just looks foggy. It's finished, but I can't help but feel like it's missing something, somewhere. What do you think of this painting? Rational analysis, flatter the painting. Flatter? You compare this perfect picture to celestial motion, filling every sentence with gushing praise for a great painter, despite your doubt that he even understands what celestial motion in fact means. ... Thanks for the compliment, but that wasn't the answer I was looking for. Let's finish this. I can tell already that old man Uldan got you to chase up his commission. He's also the one who taught you to talk like this, right? In that case, I will keep things transactional. He didn't forget the fee, did he? That was a typo. He didn't forget the fee, did he? All good. This is the right price. You can take this Ray of Dawn. By the way, send a message to Uldan for me. We artists procrastinate our art for a reason, and it cannot be rushed, so quit bugging me about it. Rubini storms off enraged. The master painter really is eccentric. Yes. Welcome to the Belobog History Course. Is there anything an old man like me can help you? I'm just here to visit the museum. I'm here solely to talk with old people. Ah, what a unique hobby. However, this is a museum after all. Since you're here, might as well have a tour. Head on out there, then turn right. The exhibition hall is past the reception counter. If you have any questions along your tour, or if you have any feedback or opinions, welcome to come to talk to me. I'm Uldan, former dean of the Belobog College of Arts, and now the curator of this museum. Pleased to meet you. So this is like seeing your, like, what's her name? What's our secretary's name? I forgot our secretary's name. I'm so sorry, bro. But it's crazy. It's like she's literally seeing like her freaking school's principal. I'm working for her now. You work pretty fast. Let's see. Ray of Dawn. Very nice. It's a great name. Good work. I know just where to hang it. He hangs it up that quickly? He didn't even move, bro. That's crazy. The museum staff has placed the exhibit in the correct position. Oh, looks like this piece can now be put on display. That is not the sight I saw. What? To key to revitalization. Oh, to key? Okay, another typo. A lot of typos. The key to revitalizing the museum lies in finding the lost exhibits. Continue operations to keep finding clues. Exhibits can bring extra benefits and special boosts. Nice. Nice. Pela? Got anything for me? Okay, jeez, I know. I literally manage this place. Why are they all welcoming me? Like, do I not look like a freaking manager? Like, bro, like, crazy. Like, how do you not know your manager? Alright, let's... Okay, look, we got this. And 3 more. Oh, new stuff. Damn, yo, peak is 2,000? That's bonkers. I mean, sure. Ooh. New suitable volunteer guide identified. Complete mission to recruit Servo. Also, even they have missions? That's really cool, actually. Hold up. Alright, Serval. Hey, isn't this Mikhail? How can I help you? Are you interested in volunteering at the museum? What a coincidence. He came asking me about this right after Payla left. She passed me an application form and asked me to fill it out, submit it to the museum reception desk, and waited for the call for an interview. I'm still on the fence now. Apply now. You get paid daily and 3 square meals on the house. Oh, that's fire, actually. What? Seems like you're not interested. My goodness, is it that much of a hassle? Exactly. It's typical of the architects. Still, Payla's right. Everyone in the city knows we are friends. We'll get flack if we don't go through the normal process. You're here at the right time. Could you take a look at my resume to see if it needs any modifications? Sure, leave it to me. I'll charge extra for resume writing tips. Hey, you're getting better at doing business. How about you help me manage this workshop after you get the museum thing over with? Just kidding. Well, I'll entrust my resume to you then. Alright, let's see. Name, Serval Lando. Past experience, 63. AF. What? 6th Street AF. Graduated with a PhD in Geomatter Energy Engineering from the Engineering Department of Bellabog Cadet School. Oh, are these like dates? 6'4" AF. Started working at the Silverwing Guards Technology Division. Well, aren't you just a little smart little nerd? Freaking college people, right? That's why you're working at this freaking little antique spot. Not jealous, right? Which part of the resume do you think you can be look surprisingly formal? I don't think it needs to be modified. It's not like something I would write, isn't it? To be honest, back when I was doing research in the technology division, I spent 60% of my time dealing with all the messy forms coming from Clipot Fort. To the point where now, whenever I see a form header that says Bellabog, Silvermane Guards, or Clipot Fort, my hand just starts moving on its own and I can't write anything else. But then again, this is the preferred style of the Clipot Fort, so it should be fine. Or do you think I should let loose a little? You should let loose. Well, what do you think I should write? You may make changes to the name, you may make changes to personal experience, you may make changes to the skills and expertise. My personal experience, actually, I can't think of anything else I can include in this column. Never an ideal right about it. Assisted wanted outsiders in escaping the pursuit of Silvermane Guards multiple times and then successfully defeated the Silvermane officers and captain in the Stellar Crisis. Let's put it in. Great, let's do it. You may make changes to the name. Seriously? But given a thought, since you want me to be myself, I'll do it. Write this. Bellabog's one and only rock and roll superstar mechanics genius, Serval Landau. How does that sound? Sounds cool to me. Amazing. Skills and expertise. I think my list looks too much like a long-winded menu that I can't catch the eye of the review. This is actually facts though. It definitely, like, that was so annoying to like just read and look at. Let's shorten it. I'm good at everything other than making money. What do you think? Concise and to the point. Amazing. Deserve a pound of bag. Let's do it. I'll pat your bag. I mean, like, hey, if you want, like, you're asking. Glad to hear that. Your words give me confidence. Hee hee, tee hee hee. I'll submit this resume in a bit. Come on, let's go to the museum. Epic. We have Serval now. Hello there, my hand in the volunteer guide application form to you. This is volunteer? I'll pass your resume on to Miss Pela right away. So soon? Sigh. What's with the sighing? Nothing. Please follow me to the rest area. Can I take a break now? It seems like time for me to go. What are you thinking? Of course not. Surely we need you to be an assistant assessor for the interview. Don't even think about running off. There's no escaping it after all. But of course we still have to go through the necessary steps. Besides, I'm really interested in what's on your resume. Please get ready for the interview, Serval. Ask for Mikkel. You may get on with your things first. We'll be waiting for you. Alright, let's begin this interview. Yo, I feel like I am very well. Please get ready, Miss Serval. The interview is about to begin. Yo, Serval is like an underrated like waifu. For sure, bro. She's bad. Wait. Did you provide any help to Miss Serval in completing this resume? Did I? I always like to help other people. Absolutely not. I always like to help. Hehe, this is getting interesting. I'm surprised to see Pela get this serious. Please be quiet. You aren't just putting your serious face on, are you? Alright, Miss Serval, let's go to the next question. Could you tell me more about your complicated name, Bellabog's one and only rock and roll superstar mechanics genius, Serval Landau? As far as I know, that's not your real name. About that? Alright, I'm sure Pela asked this on purpose. How should I reply? Just say it's my idea. Just say whatever's on your mind. You... this name... No, this title. Don't you think it's very rock and roll? I see. Well, let's move on to the next question. I've never seen Pela looking so intimidating. About your personal experience, I see that you have assisted wanted outsiders in escaping the pursuit of Silvermane Guards multiple times, successfully defeated Silvermane officers and captained the Stellar Crisis. That's funny. That's a remarkable achievement. Do you mind describing the story in detail? Aren't you like a terrorist or something? Since she's so interested, just tell her. It's not too late to apologize. You have a point. So, this is what happened at that time. Serval described what happened back there in detail. Wow, I didn't actually expect you to recount the whole story. For skills and expertise, you say you're good at everything except making money. How concise and to the point. For your information, Mr. Ball, we're running the museum like a business. What should we do if your inability leads to mismanagement of the museum? Well, did you see that? She laughed, didn't she? Just say you will compensate for the loss. What else can you do? Maybe this job isn't for you after all. You only say that because it isn't your money. Miss Payla, this is what I think about this issue. As a result of my individual mistake, I'll bear the loss and pay compensation. Ooh. Yo, Servo's got thighs, bro. I'm sorry. I cannot be concentrating on a museum if my tour guide is looking like Serval. That's crazy. Congratulations, Serval. It's a pass. By the way, I must apologize for being such a bully just now. I knew it. You didn't set up this whole interview as a prank to make fun of me, did you? You're overthinking this. The hiring process is requested by the curator and I'm merely doing my job. But anyway, I hope you as a rock star can ignite everyone's passion to visit the museum. Which you have done to revitalize the museum. Okay, Serval. Yo, isn't she such a bad... Like, her freaking character card is like... Tell me that's not like... vibes, you know, like... Whoa, like... you know? Right. Let's do this canon mission now. Begin mission. Let's see, let's learn the lore about this cannon. Just in the nick of time. I've just gone over all the exhibits in the storage room and stumbled across this treasure map. These would all be great for a general hall, but they're scattered all over Belobog now. I'm afraid there's no way an old-timer like me can get to them at all. It would be great if you could fetch for me from Backwater past this cannon. I've written its approximate location back to the treasure map after trouble you with another trip. Okay. Sampokashki. This should be the item in the treasure map. I'll bring it back. Bought a whole ass cannon and took it like all the way back to the freaking museum. That's crazy, bro. I don't know how strong Stella is, but that's bonkers. Like that big cannon. Okay. Ooh, Natasha. Hell yeah. Natasha. Here we go, Natasha. Natasha.
Let's take it in turn.
Ditch those injured people that need your help. How about come work for me? I got $1 million business for you here. Work in my museum and ditch all these sick people here that need your help. Meet again. How have you been? With your help, the people here have regained hope. All thanks to you, Trailblazer. Are you interested in volunteering at the museum? You mean the Belobog History and Culture Museum? I didn't realize it was opening back up again. Come to think of it, when I was young, I used to pester my foster parents about going there all the time. I never thought such a day would come. So then, how do I become a volunteer? I'd love to help out, but surely there's an application form of some sort to fill out. Yeah, but shouldn't you be watching the clinic? True, it's fine. Cher's Hospital sent us a lot of staff from the overall to help us out, so the clinic's in good hands. Anyway, I need to fill out this application form for volunteer guides, right? It does look really official. I'll go ahead and fill this out then, just give me one moment. Oh, she's writing. Oh, let's see. Past experience: graduated from Belobog College of Medicine, entered the Belobog Cher's Hospital as a resident. Joined Belobog Scientific Expeditionary Team. Expeditionary Team as a team physician. God damn it. And entered the Silvermane Guardfield Hospital as a member of the emergency medical team in the logistics department. All done. Where do I submit this application? Give it to Miss Earth. I'll turn in the form for you. Miss Eris, got it. Once I've settled everything, I'll be off. But could I please ask you to accompany me to the museum? With you looking after me, I don't think I'll run into any trouble. I'll wait for you at the museum. Of course. Let's go. Thank you. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Just me and her. Me and Natasha together. I didn't expect things to look like this inside. What a magnificent museum. Now then, Miss Eris, right? I heard that volunteer guide applications need to be submitted to you. Hello, I'll pass your resume on to Miss Payla right away. Clipoth 4th has been running surprisingly efficient recently. Can you stay on with me a while longer? It's Miss Natasha, long time no see. What? They have history? Indeed, good to see you again, Miss Pela. I haven't seen you in a long time either. Really? A long time? Does time flow differently for you? Looks like you two are quite familiar, so then what's the next step? Next up we need to conduct a quick interview, but don't worry, it's just a formality, we won't ask you too many questions. Yada yada, since you're the assistant, we'll begin when you're ready. Of course, I am ready for Natasha anytime, any day. Natasha. I love Natasha mi amor. And now you're back. Can we begin the interview? Let's begin. God damn, Natasha. Damn. I'll answer everything to the best of my knowledge. Thank you, then let's begin with the name column. Now this question actually has nothing to do with the requirements to become a volunteer guide, but I just want to ask out of curiosity. I noticed here that Miss Natasha has only written a given name here, but not any surname. May I ask what provoked that? Oops, as expected of a Silvermane intelligence officer, you don't miss a thing. Indeed, so what happened to this surname? This question seems rather pointed. Hehe, nah. Since you're so curious, I'll fill you in. Actually, the answer is very simple. Ever since I was a child, I've never met my parents, and I don't remember the surname they passed down to me. Just make up your own then. The horrors had taken me in, but they didn't ask me to take their surname. They just hoped that I could be myself and not just a footnote of some family line. I never cared too much about the matter. Horror, wasn't that the surname of the old director of Charis Hospital? Horror is such a wild name though. I didn't think you know him. He retired long before you were even born. Well, he's a famous figure in Belobog's history. Sorry, I never expected Ms. Natasha to have such a colorful background. Such a precious family story. Thanks for sharing. Nice one, Pela, but don't you think that question is a bit nosy? What? Even you don't like that question. Alright, I get it. My bad. That's okay. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it, Miss Pela. Shall we continue? Thank you, Ms. Natasha. Let's continue. But having said that, your resume is beautifully written. Both your character and ability are beyond reproach. Once you've gone through standard training, you'll be a shoo-in for this position. Hehe, you're flattering me. If you really have nothing else to inquire about, then it's okay if you want to hear about my past. You two are free to ask questions. God, Natasha from this game is so different from the Impact. Thank you very much, Miss Natasha, but I'll have to think about it. Have you got any questions to ask? Shot it every time. Tell me more about the horrors. Tell me more. Damn, that's a lot of questions. Horrors. Yevgeny and Vanessa Horror. They might just be the most renowned couple among Belobog surgeons. Of course, they're also my foster parents. My adopted father was a leading surgeon in all of Belobog. He devoted his life to Charis Hospital. Mom was better at theoretical research. She stayed at the medical school leading the project team in their academic research. The Horrors are great people. I was so impacted by them that I took up medicine myself. The Scientific Expeditionary Team. Before Supreme Guardian Kokoli took office, the architects had never suspended exploration beyond the outer walls, and the Scientific Expeditionary Team was entrusted with this dangerous task. This expeditionary team consists of a group of curious researchers and explorers who have volunteered to discover a world beyond Belobog, trying to find another home for our people. I joined the ranks in order to get my credentials and become the expeditionary team's accompanying doctor. However, that was the very year in which the great explorer Pena passed away. I never expected you to have met my mom. Pela's mom is Pena? That's funny. It's sad backstory, but like funny name though. I'm sorry, Miss Pela. We tried everything we could, but there really was nothing we could do. I understand, Ms. Natasha. Let bygones be bygones. Tell me more about field hospitals. Field hospitals, I guess Miss Pela knows more about those than I do. Well then, allow me to explain. Field hospitals fall under the Silvermane Guards Logistics Department and are mainly responsible for providing on-the-spot medical care for those wounded in battle, but they are also often available for the masses too. I remember, before Madame Kokoli took office, the Silvermane Guards were still focused on defense. Back then, field treatment hospitals were pretty much just the same as normal hospitals, right? Hehe, you're right. Back then we rarely received expeditionary orders and mostly treated normal citizens, which wasn't really any different from doing an internship at Charis Hospital. But after Madame Kokoli took office, the fighting intensified and field hospitals were under more stress. But by that time, I had already returned to the underworld. Sometimes when I think things over carefully, I feel like I'm no different from a soldier deserting the army. Tell me more about Rivertown's orphanage. After I got back to the underworld, I'd spent all my time running around treating patients and looking after children at the orphanage. The clinic nursery was really just another name for an orphanage. But I think you must have heard what happened later. Rivertown became affected by the Fragmentum, and we had no choice but to leave for Boulder Town. Losing the big old estate house in Rivertown left the clinic nursery in a real predicament. But fortunately, the kids didn't mind the transition at all. For them, having food to eat, clothes on their backs, and friends to play with was all they needed in life. They've no way of longing for anything more, because they come from the underworld. They've never known each other. They've never known any other kind of world. But that's not the case for me. I will do everything I can to give them the best living conditions possible to help them grow up to be the upright, kind, and happy people. Because they deserve such a future. This is why I've been running the clinic nursery in the clinic, and it's why I've joined Wildfire. Okay, if that's so, then please let me ask you one more thing. Miss Natasha, what is your reason for wanting to be a volunteer guide? Oh? I'm afraid it's nothing lofty. Maybe I'm just fulfilling a childhood dream? Also, I want to retell what I see here to the kids who couldn't make it up to the overworld. They would love to hear about it. I understand. Thank you, Miss Natasha. That was rather polite. Let's call it a day then. I'll announce the results now. Congratulations, Miss Natasha. It's a pleasure to be able to work with you again. The pleasure's mine too. I hope to see you at the museum again in the future as well. Good work today. I'll help Miss Natasha finish getting gold signed up. See you later. See ya. See ya. Don't wanna be. Okay. Damn, yo, Natasha's crazy. She got a lot. Alright. New exhibit. Mechanism Energy Hub. Let's see. Let's go to the Mechanism Energy Hub. Dear Sonny, just in the nick of time. I was just gonna roll the exhibits in storage and stumble across this old photo. These would all be great for General Hall, but they're scattered all over Bellabog now. I'm afraid there's no way an old-timer like me can get to them all. It would be great if you could fetch for me from the robot settlement this energy hub. I've written its approximate location on the back of the photo. I have to trouble you with another trip. Kind of the same thing now, huh? That's why we got Zila. Zila's ability. This should be the item in the photo. I'll bring it back. I'll just bring this huge freaking like power generator back to the museum. Of course. Yeah, I'll just bring it back. Yeah, I'll just bring it back. Big ass freaking nuclear reactor looking ass. I'll just bring it back. Yeah, no biggie. Carry on my back. Next thing you know, they're gonna show me like a whole like ship and be like, yeah, no biggie. I'll bring it back. Nah, bruh. Nah way, little bro. No way it's this small. That thing is huge. They nerfed the size of that thing for the museum. That's crazy. Alright, let's see. Ledger of Curiosities. I only have 2 more? 1 more. Oh my. Oh. What the heck? Complete the following mission to continue operations. Opportunity makes a thief. What is this, a sample one? That's interesting. Alright, Pela. Staring at some cards. Of course.
Good to see you! The General Hall has been receiving a lot of visitors lately. The yearning for history and art has reawakened in the hearts of Belabagians, thanks to your superb management.
Thank you. Yo, Pela is a baddie, bro. Like, the freaking... Okay.
You know,
The cheeks right there is
become
like...
a pro at this
damn.
job. I only wanted you to experience the fun of working here. So I'm curious, how do you like being the museum manager?
It's so nice. Love it. Loads of fun. Who doesn't like easy money? Who doesn't like...
So that's what you like about it.
Haha.
I guess most people probably think the same way.
Easy money.
Anyway, there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. There's been a new development in the museum theft case.
Oh yeah, that thing happened.
First I need to show you
I forgot all
something.
about that.
Here, this way.
By the
After
trailer...
the General Hall opened to the public, the Silvermane Guards and Wildfire did a follow-up
Go ahead, Queen.
investigation in the
Sorry, speak up,
underworld.
Queen.
Progress was really slow, but they managed to hunt down some new clues. If the next stage of the investigation is successful, we should be able to open up the industrial hall to the public.
Yeah, so by the trailer of this event, it looks like Hook is like our thief, you know? They kind of made it pretty obvious.
And here we are.
Unless if it's
The item
not,
that's supposed
and
to
they
be
kind
in
of just
this
faked this
exhibit
out.
Is a modern sculpture called Gears and Wisdom.
A sculpture. Imagine they put a freaking
It's a
banana,
little
like
hard
that
to
banana art
describe.
piece.
Sort of abstract.
It's abstract.
Oh,
It's
wow,
made of
look at that.
gears and mechanical parts, and it's about the same height and weight as the average person. Basically, it's too heavy for someone to just pick up and
Hey,
run off
I
with.
don't think it's, I think you're underestimating
As
my
you can
abilities of
see,
picking
this
up
sculpture
things.
was placed at the entrance hall of the industrial hall because it symbolizes the industrial spirit that Belabogians have
Freaking
lived,
Belobog
breathed,
is
and
the
produced
ugliest
for
name for a
centuries.
city I have ever heard.
Without it,
My
the
ears
industrial
are
hall
offended
loses
every
its
time
soul.
it hears them, bro.
We have to retrieve the sculpture before we can open to the public.
Imagine if Belabogians, they connect with like other cities or other worlds, and they're like, "Where are you from?" "We're from Belobog." Like, oh my god, bro. I always think like that's so gross, bro. Like in the U.S., if you're not from like the New York, you know, Florida, you know, Jersey, California, it just sounds so like, where are you guys from? We're from Illinois. What is Illinois, bro? Ew, dog. Yo, shut up, man. Alright, maybe we could make a new one?
Let me ask you something. Do you know how long it took to make Gears and Wisdom from initial design to completion?
Oh my gosh, she's one of those freaking
20
pompous
years.
people.
We can't let all that painstaking work and talent
Yes,
go to
we
waste.
can. Like, just freaking make a
We received
replica.
some intel just earlier today.
Get some gears and
Someone said they
cogs,
found
bro.
clues related to a gang of thieves in the Underworld's robot settlement. I don't know if they'll lead us to the sculpture, but it's worth a try. We can head over to the robot settlement as soon as you're ready.
Time to go get that sculpture.
Let's head out then.
Let's go get that sculpture. Oh yeah.
There's quite the crowd here today.
Was this kid looking all
Where do we start?
doing that little like Clara. 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 Clara.
Huh? Ah, you mean the little girl in red? I remember her. I saw her in the overworld at Lady Bronya's succession ceremony. I don't know if she can give us any leads, but it's always good to say hi to a friend. Basic courtesy, right?
Alright, let's see. Little Thief literally has his name as Little Thief. Have you seen Bronya? Let's have a chat first. Are you still a pickpocket? Why do you want to see Bronya? Because she gave me that wonderful medal. Bronya told me to exchange it for money, and that's how I paid off all Papa's debts. No one had ever treated me so nicely until my Bronya. Everyone despised me for being a thief and avoided me like I was some kind of rabid gopher. So I went to thank her in person. I'll pass on a message when I see her. I wonder what Sela would think. Well, I am her right now. I'll pass on the message. Really? Thank you. Are you still a pickpocket? No, wait. Thanks to the medal the girl lady gave me, I've been able to help my old man pay off his debt. I promised her that I would never steal again. I must keep my word. Pay off the debt? Is your dad sick? Yes, he was seriously ill. He got into lack of debt due to his medical bills. If Papa doesn't pay the debt on time, he would be. So that's why I started to steal. What do you do now? I'm learning to be well, something. When I master the techniques of people to make some money with them, then I can help my dad. Things will get better. I'm rooting for you. I'm really sorry for the trouble I've caused for everyone in the underworld. Those I stole from could very well be in a worse situation than me. I really regret it. From now on, I will be a good person and be a useful member of society. If only everyone else had a mentality like that. Holy crap. Imagine a freaking thief just randomly going like, just drops their like thievery, like, you know, tools, be like, you know what? Let me just be a productive member of society. Gets a freaking degree. Like, gets a job. Like, Jesus Christ. It's so funny how this game plays with the parallels with like the characters from Impact. Like Zila and Branya's like relationship, it's completely like toxic. Not toxic, but like they hate each other at first, like, right? But then they love each other now.
Ah, it's Big Sister.
They literally love each other in Impact.
Pelageya Sergeyevna.
Pelagaya
You
Sergeyevna.
remember my full name? This kid is really something.
I still haven't
Nice to
done
meet you,
Clara's
Clara.
friendship
What brings you to
mission.
the robot settlement?
I don't know if I'll do it
Well,
this time
something
around.
strange happened in the settlement recently. I'm asking the grown-ups who live nearby if they know anything about it.
Something strange? Can you share any details?
Well, recently, a lot of the little robots in the settlement started behaving strangely. It's like they malfunctioned
The robots,
suddenly,
they're
all at
acting
the same time.
a little bit quirky at night.
Roaming around, breaking into people's
Oh my
tents,
god.
destroying their belongings.
Literally FNAF.
It was a real headache for the people living
The
here.
robots are acting a little quirky at night.
What does Varrock say? Never a quiet day in the underworld.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess.
Mr. Svarog scanned the robots for irregularities, but the results all came back
The
normal.
animatronics are a little quirky at night.
So, I don't think it's a hardware issue.
So they're
Software.
malfunctioning collectively.
Sounds like they could use our help. This doesn't have anything to do with our investigation.
You're right, it probably doesn't. But since we're already here, they could use our help. Clara, we'll help you investigate what's going on with the robots.
Really? But don't you and Miss Pela have something important to do?
It'll be fine. We have
Miss
other
Pela.
people in the
Oh.
underworld working on the investigation, too. Besides, we don't have any clues yet, so we may as well do something useful.
Ah, thanks a lot. I was worried about handling the robots on my own, but with your help, it should be easy.
The duty of the Silvermane Guards is to serve the people. So where can we find these robots? Clara, can you lead the way?
Of course. Just follow me.
Of course. Of course. Of course.
Sorry. What does...
Look, over there. There's definitely something wrong with that robot.
Yeah, it looks like just like the
Looks normal enough on the surface.
other robots we have seen in
Let's
this
take a
game.
closer look.
Are we gonna fight it?
So aggressive. Are all the robots in the settlement like this?
No, it must be malfunctioning. Sorry, little robot, but it looks like you're sick. I'm gonna take off your shell and give you a checkup.
Conducted an inspection.
Look,
This component doesn't seem like it belongs here.
Claire, can I take a look?
Oh, of course.
There's no mistaking it. This component was taken from Gears and Wisdom.
Wow, what a coincidence. Who would do such a depraved thing? What a monster.
Who do you think? It's obviously the same people who stole the meteor fragment.
Why would they put in the robots though?
No wonder Wildfire and the Silvermane Guards were never able to find Gears and Wisdom. Keeping such a conspicuous piece of art around wouldn't go unnoticed. The thieves must have disassembled it and hidden the parts inside the robots.
Put in the parts inside the robots.
The best
Oh,
laid
okay, I
plans
see.
of snow, mice, and men often go awry. They didn't realize the parts would interfere with the robots' systems and cause them to run amok.
Run amok.
Now we just need to find
Act
all the
quirky.
malfunctioning robots and retrieve the sculpture pieces one by one.
Two birds with one stone. Sounds labor
I'm
intensive.
afraid so. But you'll have Clara and me to keep you company.
I'll do
Very
my best
nice.
to help
Get to work then. We're going to get all the stolen pieces back.
Clara's voice is so wispy. It's like,
too. The grown-up said that the spot where the malfunctioning robots appeared is in this direction.
This direction.
Let's go look over there, big sister.
Oh my gosh, she calling Big Sister again. I freaking swear. Some stupid meme just came to mind. For some reason, every time there's like lolly stuff, alright? Yeah, we're getting into that territory, right? Very freaking. There's always people like, whoa, Connie. It's so bad, and the freaking crying, laughing emoji, no, crying, teary emoji, whatever. Oh my god. It's like, whoa, I freaking despise it. It's just so, and it's like, oh my god. It's like every time I see a lolly character, it just like, it comes to mind, those freaking like, type of comments. Like, whoa, like, so bad, I hate it so much. I saw like where it came from, the source. It was from like a lolly fan guy. This guy really said that shit, bro. In Japanese. Like, whoa. Little girl talk like, okay, relax. I don't want to say that. I don't want to repeat exactly what he said, because it's freaking weird, bro.
Naughty child.
Like, that's such a weird ass internet moment, man. I'm not gonna lie.
The little robots in this area should all be back to normal now.
We also got some parts of the sculpture back. It's not a lot, but it's a start.
Let's
Ooh,
start looking
is
in
the
next
thief.
area.
50 art pieces, bro? What the heck? What? That is insane, bro. I'm gonna like extinct these freaking robots. There's not gonna be robots anymore. Clara, say goodbye to your robot friends, cause they're freaking gone. Like,
Looks like we rescued all the robots in this area too.
right?
This is taking longer than I imagined. At this pace, it'll take us the entire day to fix all these robots.
Is it really necessary to find all the parts? Maybe you could just say we didn't find the other pieces.
I get what you're saying, but... Alright, I give up. That sculpture has dozens of individual
Hell
parts.
yeah.
There's no way we'll recover them all at once.
Hell yeah.
We just need enough parts to put it back together. As for the rest,
Haha.
I'll have replacements made. But you have to promise to keep this a secret. You too, Clara.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll keep a secret with you.
Super
Yeah.
secret, Miss Kayla.
Thanks, Clara. Let's get on to the next area then.
Alright. Yeah, screw those freaking 50 pieces. 40 art pieces? So, like what? What does this mean? Like, could I still, like, collect it? Oh, this big guy's got, like, all of them now. Jesus Christ. He took all the art pieces. That's crazy. What would be, like, a word for, like, robots instead of, like, big boned? This is, like, big wired, I guess.
Keep your voices down.
He's not fat. He's just big wired. You can say that again. Whispering isn't going to stop a robot from detecting us. You can say that again. It's.
I guess that's true.
Oh, poor little Grizzly. There must be a lot of sculpture parts jammed inside. Let's go give him a checkup.
Alright, let's give him a checkup then. Repair. Oh, is it a minigame? What? Discovered by the enemy? Get this freaking little. Oh my god. Freaking little peasant. Get out my sight. Get out my sight. Easy. Alright, what's up?
We make a pretty good team.
Oh, it is a minigame. Hell yeah. Easy, easy, easy. Just do that. 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 Perfect. Perfect. I didn't guess whatsoever. It's all in the brain.
All finished. This robot will reboot on its own after a while.
I
Let's leave him be.
repaired it, not Clara.
Miss Kayla, here's all the sculpture pieces
I don't know why she's
found.
going like act as if she did it.
Good work, Clara. Let's see here. We still don't have anywhere near enough.
want to keep on fixing robots, so I'm ready to help.
Do we have any other choice? I am starting to feel a little worn out, though.
I know. How about we go talk to Mr. Svarog?
Mr. Svarog has all the pieces.
He might not be able to round up the robots, but I'm sure he'll have some good ideas.
I've never met Svarog before. I heard he's not easy.
Damn, you can literally see the freaking curve, bro. That
Don't
is
worry.
insane.
Mr. Svarog has warmed up to guests a lot more now. I'll explain the whole situation to him. Here, this way.
Payla's underrated, bro. Payla's underrated.
Huh? Is Mr. Svarog talking to other children? That's not
What?
usually like him. I wonder what's going on.
What? What? What is going on? Freaking moldy ass box.
You have returned, and you have brought with you the outsider and querying database. Silvermane Guard Intelligence Officer Pelageya Sergeyevna. It is a
Pelageya.
pleasure.
Sergeyevna.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Svarog.
Hey, Pixis Clara's back.
Pelageya without the Pella.
Big Sis Clara. Hello. What brings you two here today?
These two young humans found a suspicious batch of components. They wish to deliver them to me to earn my appreciation. However, the origin of these components is unknown, and they have no practical utility. It is difficult to ascertain their value.
Suspicious components? Can we have a look at them?
As you wish.
Sure enough, these parts are from the museum's sculpture.
Where'd you guys find the parts? They found way more parts than we did.
Yep, we were outdone by a couple of kids. Kind of embarrassing when you think about
That's so cool. I didn't know Payla's pupils are like
Me and my sister were
freaking
playing outside.
hexagons.
We heard some grown-ups talking about what they were going to do with the parts. It seemed suspicious. They were acting a little sneaky. We hid in the shadows and waited until we heard them snoring.
And then we quietly dragged away the boxes with the parts in and gave them to Mr. Svarog.
That was really risky behavior. If those grown-ups had woken up, things could have gotten really dangerous for you two.
We were just trying to help.
Throw him off a cliff.
Don't cry. Listen, these parts don't belong to Mr. Svarog, but you two were still a big help to us.
Quick, Svarog, say something nice. Yes, you two are real lifesavers. Svarog?
I am unable to determine the logic behind this series of events, but if you insist,
Thank
excellent
you.
job, little girl.
See? I told you Mr. Svarog had warmed up to guests.
Really? So, we were a big help, weren't we? Awesome!
With these parts, we should have enough to put the sculpture back together. More or less. This isn't good. If what those kids said is true, then the museum thieves have operatives working in the settlement. I'll get in touch with the Wildfire and the Silvermane guards right away, and have them investigate the matter thoroughly. But for now, let's take the parts we have back to the museum, or we'll be here all night.
Alright. Nice, nice. So we did that. You and Payla work strenuously to reassemble Gears and Wisdom.
If I'd known how much work this was going to be, I would have enlisted more help. But see the final product for yourself. Not too shabby, is it?
That looks weird. Does it move? How different is it from the original? Putting it back together was really fun. Let's tear it down and do it again. I thought we were rebuilding ourselves.
You want to know what happens to people who vandalize exhibits? I call the Silvermane guards, and they carry you away.
I took him out, bro.
Take a look.
I took out the
As
captain
long as
too.
you don't pull out the blueprints and spend dozens of hours comparing, this version is virtually indistinguishable from the original. Excellent work.
Alright.
With Gears and Wisdom back, the Industrial Hall can reopen to the public.
Payla's legs are just so,
If you're
like,
still interested in managing the
enticing. I'm
museum,
sorry. It's just like,
why don't you go
it
talk to
always
Miss
catches
Harris
my
about
eyes,
opening up
bro.
the Industrial Hall.
Opening
In
up the
meantime,
industrial hall.
I'll follow up on the exhibit theft case. I wonder if any new clues were
Svarog's
found over in
domain.
Svarog's domain. I'll let you know if we get any new leads. I have a hunch that we're close to uncovering the culprit behind the curtain.
Nice. Nice. Oh my god, we got Clara too. That's sick. Hell yeah. I don't know how the hell she's gonna freaking work, but a child? Like, 50,000 schmeckles, bro. That's crazy. 1,000 bones. Them cars look sick. I didn't know Bella Boggins had freaking cars. Model T, bronze wall model automobile that can be seen all over the city. Yeah, see all the time. Famous for its high build requirement for price. Charge so much that they only see the one city models. Yeah, I don't really gotta know the entire history of Bellbog. What the hell is this kid doing here? And I also have a mission for Hook. For some reason, Hook is a candidate to work in a museum. I don't know. I guess it's those Bella Bogians, you know, their mindset's a little different. Another peaceful day in Boulder Town. It's all thanks to us moles. What are you doing here? The Great Hook is certainly in high spirits. It's all thanks to us moles. That's right, the moles are the greatest. Oh, if it isn't the honorary member of the moles. Impudence, ignoring the presence of Pitch Dark Hook the Great.
But I'm in good mood today, so you're off the hook. No pun intended. How can I help you, honorary member?
Oh, you're off the hook. Okay. I've come to talk to you.
You will call me Pitch Dark Hook the Great.
I'd like to know more about the moles. You know Sampo? How's your... Oh, do you know Sampo? That blue-haired man? Of course I do. You haven't been bullied by him, have you? That's a bad guy. Stop hanging out with him. The Great Hook makes friends rather carelessly. Have I? I don't remember bullying him. That man is really nice to me. Few of the adults in Boulder Town want to play with us moles. Mr. Sample's the only one who take us out for joyrides. It's wild. He's different from the other adults. Funny and chatty. Mr. Sample's definitely one of the good ones. Don't worry, honorary member. Okay. I love how big her hat is. It's like insanely huge. The museum. Volunteering. What the? What's that? A museum is a place for culture, relics, or exhibit. Volunteering is when you volunteer to help somebody else out. No questions, just know it's something super fun. Really? You better not be tricking me. If that's so, dear honorary member, let's go. Let's go to his Museum. Museum. Musi what? A museum. Isn't that what you said? How could you forget? I want to go and be a volunteer. It's volunteer. Ah, I mean volunteer. You shouldn't sully Pitch Dark Hook the Great's great name. Alright, let's go, I can't wait. Before we get going, you have to fill out an application form. You also have to pass a mysterious test. And give me your father's credit card. Don't forget about those weird wacky numbers. What kind of test is it? What's this piece of paper for? So all I have to do is just write these things in here. Too easy, watch this. Here we go. Pitch Dark Hook the Great. Past experience keeping peace in Boulder Town. Special skills of Mole's Great Adventure. Beat up patties. Great. I got that in no time at all. Now you can take me to the museum, right? Honorary member? Let me give your resume a look. What? You can't see that? There's top secret mole intel in there. Fine. Now let's go be volunteers. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna slip by with this one through Payla. Wow, it's so big in here. It feels like 10 clinics put together. What happens next? Don't tell me we've already started playing volunteers. Hello, I see you've got the company of a lovely kid today. I'm not a kid, I'm Pitch Dark Hook the Great. Hey, are you here to be a volunteer guide too? I'll have Payla look at your resume, please wait here. They really do not discriminate against age in here. Jesus. Oh wow, here we are again, Miss Michael and Pitch Dark Hook the Great. Aren't you Clara, one of our honoring members? Are you here to be a volunteer too? Why are you... Are you here to be a volunteer too? Why are you here? Where's Pela? Pela asked me to help conduct the interview today. Thanks, Clara. Why can't she be here herself? I have a bad feeling about this. Thanks. Thanks. It's no problem. I'm glad to be able to help Pela out.
Anyway, let's head to the lounge first. The interview will be held there.
I'm sorry, I can't make a Clara voice.
By the way, Pela has also appointed Miss as the assistant and assessor of the interview.
So this is going to take up some of your time. That's fine, I'd love to help. Oh, thank you so much. Well, let's start the interview when you're ready. We'll wait for you here. Although I'm not sure what all of this is about, I'll wait for you with Clara. Alright, let's go. I like how when Pela's not here, it's gonna be instead Clara. Another child. Oh, Miss McCall is here. Are you ready? Let's begin. Great, let's do it. So what exactly is an interview? Can't I just become that volunteer directly? I'm not sure about it either. According to Pela, an interview is a way to find out whether a person is suitable for a job through a face-to-face conversation. So that's just chatting, right? That's great. Not exactly. Take it easy, Clara. I fully understand what an interview is all about. Let's get started. Clara, don't be nervous. Why the hell would Pela give the role to Clara? It doesn't feel right for me to say this. Anyway, I'll start asking questions about your resume. Are you ready? Wait a minute, Clara. Even though we are in the overworld, you should still address me properly as Patriarch Hook the Great. Huh? Hook the Great is right. True. Even you are chirping it? Seems like you're a little nervous. I'll take over this and interview from here. Please listen to questions carefully, Clara. Question 1. Why do you want to be volunteer guide at the museum? Well, what should I do? Answer Hook the Great's question truthfully. You should try to take back control of the interview. I should think of a way. Don't interrupt her train of thought, honorary member. What if Clara gets even more nervous? Take it easy, Clara. Just answer truthfully and don't be scared. We're just having a casual conversation here. Okay then. In fact, it's because I helped Pela and Miss McCall to solve the missing exhibits case before. Pela recognized my ability, so she suggested I work as a volunteer guide here. As a leader of the moles, I don't even know about this. I've neglected my responsibilities. Anyway, this case indirectly manifests your talent. Since you were able to help find the missing exhibits, I'm sure you will ace it as a volunteer guide. How did she say the word manifest, but I can't say museum? Now, the next question. Are you aware of the duties of a volunteer guide? Well, please share what you know. I'm sure you know more than Hook the Great. Exactly. Just say whatever you want to share, Clara. Hold on. What you just said didn't sound right to me. The duties of a volunteer guide. Let me think. First, I should respond to your questions and needs of the visitors promptly and help everyone to understand the museum and exhibits. Secondly, I should take care of the exhibits and other public... Whoa, that went way too quick. That was too quick. Well, that's a brilliant answer. I don't think you have to elaborate any further. Thank you. Sorry. It should be Pitch Dark Hook the Great. Hook the Great is an amazing interview. Why'd you thank her? Sorry, I just blurted it out. Now, the next question. What will the next question be? Are we still doing this? Seems like there's no going back now. Well, let's call it a day. I'll announce the results now. Congratulations, Clara. I believe you'll make a perfect volunteer guide. I'm already a volunteer guide. Isn't that even better? With the help of the moles, this museum will soon be teeming with life. Well, you're right in a sense. Miss McCall, I'll take Hook with me to prepare her for the job. Thanks for being with us during the interview. It's no big deal. Are you sure that's how an interview should be done? I had my doubts. Still, Hook should be able to do the job well. At least that's what I think. Anyway, thanks for your help, Miss McCall. Please swing by if you are free. Remember to visit us, honorary member. Clara and I will wait for you. Freaking dumbasses. Damn! 80 clocks, 76 people? That's crazy.
Good to see you again. I've heard from Miss Eris that under your superb management, the museum is on the verge of regaining the thriving crowds of its heyday.
Ooh, that was close.
If the momentum continues, and if the History Culture Hall can reopen on schedule, The museum's complete revival is surely just around the corner.
What went missing this time? Good thing you have me around.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
I'm afraid there's been another theft. Like the previous cases, a valuable item was stolen from our exhibit. This time in the History Culture Hall. The item in question has a connection to you.
What? Was it a photo of me? I can always take a new one for you. Was it my weapon? Here, I'll give it to you right now. So what is it?
No. As
I
you
like
just
the
pointed out, that kind of thing
the
is
pose.
easily replaced. It'll be easier to explain once we're actually in the History
The hands on the
Culture
hip
Hall.
pose is just so good.
Why don't I take you there
Mm-hmm.
now?
What was it this time?
With an exhibit
Tell me.
like this, all Belabagians will know your story. You can probably guess from the name that the History Culture Hall houses artifacts, replicas, and documents that are of great historical significance to Belobog. Every passing day, we Belabagians must continue to endure the city's harsh environment. The trials and experiences of our ancestors serve as a reminder that the path of survival belongs to every generation of our people.
I sometimes look at
Every
Sela's
child in Belobog
shorts
should visit this exhibit at least once.
and tell me that these look freaking...
Nearly enough.
Tell me that these don't look like comfortable. Those shorts look so freaking uncomfortable, bro. They definitely don't look like they're made out of like a stretchy material, bro. They look like leather or something. I feel like that's ridiculously tight, bro.
This is the item in
It's gotta be
question.
mad uncomfortable to wear that.
This projector is a limited edition version, custom made for the museum. The only one of its kind in the whole of Belobog. It can produce images with a resolution
Oh,
up to...
320p?
Oh, sorry. I'm doing my tour guide thing again. I'm sure someone as well traveled as yourself has seen much fancier equipment than this.
So broken, not stolen? Let's ask Serval. Wowee, this is so high tech.
Nice try keeping a straight face. The issue isn't the projector, but the microfilm that goes into it. It's the most crucial piece of this exhibit, and it was stolen. There were
That's
some very
crazy.
valuable images on that film, and we hadn't gotten around to making a backup. I must admit, the thieves chose a good target, and they were fast and efficient. Slide projection is a new addition to the museum. It was intended to be a surprise for
Bro, I made
visitors
some
when the
chocolate chip
History
cookies
Culture Hall
today.
reopened. If we don't recover the microfilm,
They came out bussin'.
the hall's opening will have to be
But
postponed
holy crap, are they
indefinitely.
sweet. It's like,
Some of the images stored on that
You take a
film
bite
are
and it's
related
like,
to you, Miss
oh my
March
God,
7th, and Mr.
diabetes,
Dan
you know?
Hahn. The curators of the museum wanted to take this opportunity to tell the story of the Astral Express's visit to Belobog.
But they're really good. You did a secret photo shoot of us? No worries, you can just do a reshoot. Secret photo shoot?
That's beside the point.
No, that's literally illegal.
Is
Unless you give me some rights.
that your phone?
Oh, Bronya. Oh my god. Bronya Queen? No. Ah, shoot. In a meeting. I heard you're back in Belobog again. How have you been? I'm well, Madam Guardian. Life's been fulfilling. What? Been busy lately, but it's been fulfilling. I heard about that. Thank you for taking the time to help us. Pela has already reported to me on matters regarding museum management and the recovery of valuable exhibits. Thanks to your efforts, progress has been made on these fronts. However, the artifact thief has not yet been apprehended, and they cannot be allowed to roam free any longer. If you have time, could you come to Klippath Forth for a visit? I want to discuss the follow-up investigation plans with you. I'll come with Pela. I'm with Pela right now. We'll go together. You're with Pela? Excellent. Excellent. I'll be waiting in my office. Nah, you know when someone hits you with the excellent? Like, they're different, bro.
Was that a message from Lady
Like, they
Brown?
have an office.
This theft case has been dragging on for too long. She must have decided to intervene. If she can delegate more resources to the investigation, that should help it move forward faster. No point in waiting around here then. Let's go pay Lady Bronya a visit.
I wonder who's the thief, because, I mean, Hook is literally working for us now, so it can't be her.
Welcome. If I'm not mistaken,
The two of you just rushed over here from the History and Culture Museum?
Rania.
I appreciate your coming here on such short notice. I should have gotten involved earlier, but I was tied up with other responsibilities. My apologies.
Such
for
a
running
busy
late on
lady,
the
bro.
investigation without
In
proper
both
support.
universes.
Lady Branya, you never saw it like that. There's no one else here, Pela. No need for such formality.
She got hips, bro.
I heard that you helped recover a number of valuable items for the
I sure
museum,
did.
and that
It's
you've been
freaking
running the
damn cool.
museum as a part-time manager? Do you have any insights into this serial theft case?
I live in like a freaking war zone, bro. What's all these goddamn songs, bro? Like, I just heard a plane passing by, my guy, and a freaking van, like, beeping, like... I'm just taking it one step at a time. There doesn't seem to be much headway. It feels like we've gotten very lucky. Whoever's behind this is one smooth criminal for sure. Whoever's behind this is one smooth criminal for sure.
Well, on that point, we can agree. In
I
any
love...
case,
She's so cute. I
this
love Barney. I
fiasco
love
has been
her.
going on right under our noses for too long. Regardless of how cunning and talented the culprit may be, we must draw them out and demonstrate the
I
resolve
love
of
her
the architect.
freaking big braids,
I will
bro.
issue an immediate
Wait,
directive
braids,
to mobilize
drills? I
all
don't...
on-duty Silverman guards in the city to conduct a door-to-door investigation. You're familiar with many of the locals in the administrative district, right? If possible, I'd like you to head to the city center and see if they have any clues to offer us. Understood. We'll head there at once, Miss Branya. Guess you're stuck with me again for this assignment. Let's meet up at Fountain Plaza.
Session sound. She's such a baddie, bro. Oh my god, like... She has natural shading, like, instead of underwear. She's that majestic, bro. She has, like, censorship just follow her because of her, like, her beauty, you know? Oh, cutscene.
This place is an endless stream of people. Where do we start?
Let's start with people we already know. Let's interrogate them all one by one.
That won't do.
Line them up.
Even a survey requires rigorous
Gods.
methodology, let alone an investigation. We can start with people we already know. I remember lots of folks like to relax around the plaza. Let's head there first.
Alright, I mean, it looks like this is the plaza though now.
Children of the Everwinter City, proud citizens of the preservation, hold your heads up high. Grind not against the mundane vulgarities of our everyday lives. Always remember.
What is man talking
in
about,
your
bro?
hearts
God? Like,
the teachings of
and this is a Supreme
architect.
Guardian. The man before you seems so engrossed in elaborate speech performance that he doesn't seem to have noticed your arrival. Do you know anything about the stolen museum artifacts?
Oh, if it isn't the savior of Belobog,
The Guardian's honored guest,
Guardian's
child of the
honored
galaxy and
guest,
stars. Welcome
child
back to
of the
eternally
galaxy
snow-covered
and
yet forever
stars.
beautiful winter metropolis.
Can you please answer the question we just asked?
I haven't heard of any stolen artifacts.
These days I'm too busy praising greats of
These
preservation
days,
future
I'm
by
too
worldly
busy.
matters.
However,
If your hearts are troubled by
are
this affair, then I hope that
troubled
Klipov
by
will
this
bestow the
affair,
blessing upon you
then
both,
I
that you may
hope
soon
that
find the
Klipov
evildoer who
will
committed such a
bestow-
crime.
Thanks for your well wishes. Let's move on.
Payla's so cute. I'm so down bad for these freaking characters, bro. I swear. It's like, I need help. Get better help.
Ready to sign the petition? Have any other questions?
Alright, it's not this lady for sure. Do you know anything about the stolen museum artifacts?
You mean the items?
For
that
history and
have
culture
been-
museum, I wonder if they got their hands on any Richard
the
Mascu's for Tale of the
original
Winterlands.
Absolutely not. Don't worry, ma'am. I will protect those manuscripts with my life.
Oh, wow.
They're really pushing
That's
this
a
Tales of the
relief.
Winterlands book.
I didn't realize you were so passionate.
I wonder if it's actually like a good little side story.
Sorry about that. Back to the topic at hand. Do you have any clues that could be linked to the theft of the museum's artifacts? Have you noticed anything unusual lately?
Well, let me think.
The editorial department's recruiting recently. The new editor intern was scolded by the editor-in-chief a few times, and then...
Sorry.
These are all everyday occurrences. I really don't know of any
everyday
noteworthy
occurrences.
clues. Maybe you could try asking the other people around
I
here.
see. Sorry for taking up your time. Let's move along then.
Okay, let's move along. This guy. Enthusiastic man Chavez.
I remember you. Do you have any questions after reading the Scam Prevention Guide? Perhaps you've decided to join the Dark Blue Scam Victims Association.
Why does he sound like he could be a YouTuber, bro? I feel like that's like a YouTuber voice. Do you know anything about the stolen museum artifacts?
How could I not? Precious items from the history and culture
Have been stolen one
museum
after
have been
another,
stolen
and the
one
culprit
after
remains at
another.
large despite the suffering guards. The noblest efforts to track them down.
I'll tell
To tell you the truth, I've been preparing to publicly accuse the person responsible for this whole thing for 2 days now.
Oh wait.
So you have incriminating evidence against the culprit? Evidence? Who needs evidence? Let me tell you, there's only one person in all of the blah who can do such a thing. That shameless blue-haired fraudster.
Oh.
You guys are here to
Sample.
investigate the case? Perfect. I'll give you a list of the culprits'
Scams too.
Sorry, sir. Today we're only here to investigate the museum thefts. And we can't close the case without evidence. If you come across any reliable clues, please report them to an on-duty Silvermane guard.
Alright, well,
Let's get going.
our efforts were completely fruitless.
Another half day gone. And nothing to show for it. Ugh. Culprit is still hiding in the shadows.
These people have never heard of security cameras. Like, I don't...
Ah, if it isn't Bella Bog's most adorable public servant. And the magnificent outsider. Good day to you.
You know us?
Young lady, I have seen you
Oh,
on
Wallace.
many occasions near the Everwinter Monument.
Have I
teaching
talked to this guy
children the
before? I think I have.
history of Bella Bog. Oh, I am truly in awe of your knowledge and patience.
Okay, thanks for the compliment, I guess. May I ask, with whom do we have the pleasure of speaking?
I am Wallace
I
Cambridge
am.
Limestein, the 25th head of the Limestein family. I am honored to make your acquaintance. And yes, I am familiar with this outsider next to you. She often walks right past me without so much as a greeting.
A greeting. Are you holding a grudge? I don't even know who you are.
How could you say such a thing? I just want everyone to have a proper understanding of basic manners.
All right, we got it. Mr. Limestein, is there something you want to discuss with us?
As a matter of fact, I do. I noticed you two had been wandering around Executive Plaza for some time now, stopping to ask questions at every turn, so I surmised you were investigating something important. As it so happens, I witnessed a strange incident recently that left me quite puzzled. And after reflecting on it for a time, I decided it would be most appropriate to inform public officials.
This incident, is it related to the museum thefts?
I can't say for sure that it's directly related, but a friend of mine I no longer hear from used to frequent the museum and often talked about its exhibits with a group of us tea lovers.
We got him.
So by no longer hear from, you mean you've been unable to get in touch with this friend of yours?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Precisely.
we got him.
His name is Norbert. We used to chat during lunch breaks in the lobby of the Goethe Hotel, along with a few other high-class individuals, of course. And one day, Norbert suddenly stopped showing up to our tea parties. It was as though he disappeared into thin air. I still remember the last thing he said to me. Limestein, listen to me. One must be ambitious in life. I'm gonna do something big for once.
Be ambitious in life? Do something big for once? Coming from the mouth of a wealthy gentleman, that sounded rather curious to me. This Norbert guy, do you know what his line of work was?
I'm not entirely sure. I never asked.
Weren't the two of you friends? So more like a drinking buddy than a friend?
What a preposterous statement. You wouldn't understand. Friendship between gentlemen is as pure as water.
We are all
boys.
dignified people. Why bother with such trivial matters?
In the eyes of most people, there's a world of difference between trivial matters and a career. I have recorded all the clues you provided, Mr. Limestein. Thank you for putting your trust in the Silvermane Guards. We will keep you informed if there are any developments in the investigation.
No, I should be thanking you, young lady of the guards. Well then, if that's all, I shall take my leave.
Okay.
I wonder if this friend of Mr.
That guy
Wallace
talked
has
a
anything
lot.
to do with the museum thefts.
I literally
That's
fell
enough
asleep.
detective work for today.
I was hearing still.
Questioning more people would just be a waste of energy. Let's go report back to Lady Branya.
I didn't get much sleep today. I decided, like, I woke up early. I could have slept still. I could have slept in a little bit longer, but I was like, nah, because, like, I feel like then I'd kind of, like, ruin my sleep schedule. I might as well just, like, just wake up early. And when I, like, feel sleepy, I'll feel sleepier earlier, because, obviously, I already feel kind of sleepy. So, an hour from now, like, I'll feel pretty sleepy enough to, like, go to bed now. Like, so I could sleep on time.
Branya,
Wake up on time. Branya is so attractive, man, I swear.
Thank you both for your hard work. Did you find out anything in the administrative district?
We didn't find anything directly related to the museum thefts, but there was one thing worth noting.
Get ready for bed.
Mm-hmm.
This is a reminder.
I see.
Get ready for bed.
It was the man from the Limestein
Yes,
family.
I
who
gotta get
provided
ready
the
for bed.
information. Norbert. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Please give me a moment to see if I can recall. I remember now. The Minister of Transportation, Noel, has a nephew named Norbert. I believe he's currently working in the municipal department as a transportation coordinator.
You can remember all of that? Guess he comes from old money too.
Norbert's position is indeed an idle one. It's no wonder he has time to socialize with members of the Limestein family. If what Wallace said is right, then Norbert must
I
have
love
been
this
missing for
pose
several
that
days
Stella
already.
does.
There must be someone who knows where he is. Even if they
It's like
want
time
to
to
keep
get
the young man's
serious.
secret, they'll cough it up with the right kind of encouragement. Kyle, can I ask you a favor? I would like you to visit the residence of Mr. Noel and ask around regarding the whereabouts of Mr. Norbert.
Understood, Madam Guardian.
Damn, Kyle. I did not expect that voice from him. I thought his voice was gonna be more like,
Miss Palin.
Understood, miss.
I have returned.
You were quite expedient, Kyle. Did you find anything out from the Department of Transportation?
It took a little prodding, but a few of the more timid attendants started speaking up.
they're starting selling
They say
snow.
that Mr. Norbert was indeed leaving at odd hours recently. Whenever someone would ask where he was headed, he'd mumble something about going to the shopping street.
Oh yeah, he did it.
Inspect the
He did
site. The attendants think he might have a love interest, someone he doesn't want his family to know about. They haven't mentioned anything to the Minister of Transportation.
Going out at unusual hours, the shopping street. Could it be? I have a request. I'd like the two of you to scout out Backwater Pass and see whether anything is happening there.
This is a long quest. Why there? Does Norbert have anything to do with our investigation? Why there?
While the two of you were busy questioning people in the city, I received some tip-offs. One source said that suspicious people were recently seen sneaking around the Fragmentum corrosion zone, and that the Silvermane guards didn't prevent them from entering. Together with Norbert's mumblings about a shopping street, I think all these clues are pointing in one direction.
So this Mr. Norbert could well be the museum thief we're looking for?
Okay.
Can't hold off a moment longer. Hurry! Let's go arrest that scoundrel.
Damn.
My apologies, I have a lot of business to attend to at present. I won't be joining you. Good luck recovering the stolen items.
My little Brian, she a busy bee, you know. My boo tang, like, yeah, Brian's a busy bee. Look at her being busy right there, just staring. Staring out at the distance.
We need to move now.
Alright, let's get to it then. Let's head out. Oh, this is like a challenge? Okay. Yeah, I think this team is good for that.
Something doesn't feel right. It's obviously an abandoned shopping street, but it also feels like people were here not too long ago. We must be cautious. Whether the culprit is Norbert or someone else, he certainly has no shortage of helpers. Shh! There are people talking inside. Let's see if we can hear them.
Norbert.
But sir, pretending to be a Silvermane guard is a serious crime.
Stop acting like a wimp. You think you can make a fortune with that kind of attitude? Don't overthink things. Just play your part. Today's password is roast the sausage, not the bread. You got that?
Roast the sausage, not the bread.
Got it, sir. Roast the sausage, not the bread.
Looks dumb.
Don't let
Jesus Christ.
anything in that doesn't know the password.
This looks like something that we have to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Norbert. I understand.
Now one more time.
So it is Norbert after all.
Dude, don't roast the sausage. No, roast the sausage, not the bread.
Audacity.
You have the audacity.
Now we just have to catch him red-handed.
Audacity is just such a fun word, bro. Something about audacity just has so much, like, impact, you know? Audacity. Alright.
Hey, you two! Don't move!
Must be the accomplice. Let's think fast.
Say the password or get out of here! This isn't any old shopping street, you know.
Boil the fish, not the egg. Help me, Pela. Roast the sausage, not the bread. Let's just help me, Pela.
What? Oh, right. The password.
Oh.
Roast the sausage.
She actually did
not
help
the
you.
bread. That's the password, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So, you're gonna let us in now? We need to talk to Mr. Norbert about some important business-related matters.
Wait, did you just say Mr. Norbert? Who are you guys? This whole operation, the boss hasn't shown his face once. How could a couple of outsiders just walk in knowing?
How do you know we're outsiders, though? We're just strangers to you?
Blown.
No, come on. Pela, nah, Pela, you could have definitely, like, faked him out, bro. Pela, you fumbled the bag, I'm not gonna lie on this.
Don't mess with me.
I just autoplay him. Get him out of here, bro. I'm gonna go to sleep. Once I wake up,
Rules are made to be broken.
We'll probably end up running into more of Norbert's goons
All
up
right.
ahead.
Let's see.
Proceed with caution.
Controller. Open that up. Get this.
Look, it's Norbert again.
Norbert.
Let's see what he's talking about this time.
It's clearly him, bro. Just bust him. Pause.
Right here, boss. The buyer's arriving soon. Here, this way.
Very good, very good.
His voice is even evil. Like,
Patience. Soon we will all be rich.
Film. Did you hear that? That film he mentioned must be the same one that was stolen from the museum.
bro, those cookies I made are so bussin', man.
Someone
Oh
from
my
such a wealthy
god.
family do something like this for money. It's unbelievable. We have to find a way to stop this before they sell the film.
They're bussin', but like, Jesus Christ, I could just tell they're like unhealthy. Oh my god, they're so good though, I'm not gonna lie. I'd say I did a pretty good job, you know?
Wait, don't make a move yet. We should take some pictures as evidence in case the culprit denies the charges. Your equipment probably has better specs than mine. I'll leave the picture taking to you.
Yeah, I got that. Oh, it's a Chinese game, so like, you know, I got that Huawei, you know, I got that Snapdragon, something like that. Oh, use the function button below. Oh. Hell yeah. I was about to actually save it. No way, Jose.
Norbert of the Cusper family, and everyone else here, turn around and face me.
God.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Wild. Pela, you're wild for this one.
What's going on? Who are you two?
That's crazy. We're here to bring you to justice. Wallace says hi. Damn, which one? They're both good responses. Justice.
What's going on here, Norbert? Didn't you say your security was impenetrable?
Minions! I mean, Silvermane guards! Get rid of these intruders immediately!
You've got a lot of nerve drawing your weapons in front of an intelligence officer of the Silvermane Guards. Come on, let's give these imposters a taste of justice.
Yeah. Let's do this. Give him a knuckle fist handed.
Great.
Man, I don't even gotta try, bro. Just auto these fools, bro. Autoplay these fools, bro. I'm gonna be in my phone, bro.
There's no point in resisting, Mr. Norbert. Your accomplices have been subdued. There's nowhere to run.
There's nowhere to run.
You had the audacity to tell
You
your
had the
men
audacity.
to disguise themselves as Silvermane Guards. I'll be interested to see what kind of sentence the adjudication panel gives you.
You... this isn't right! You have no evidence of wrongdoing! We're just here to...
Still in denial?
I got some
Secret
pictures.
DNAs have been photographed.
Hell
We
yeah.
have all the evidence we need. Is there anything else you want to say?
I knew I couldn't trust you hooligans. Even the simplest of sales was too much for you to handle.
Silvermane Guard Lady, I surrender! Take the microfilm back to the museum. I'm sorry.
Nice.
I only
All's
have
well that
one
ends
thing.
well.
Please don't hand me over to my uncle. If Clepoth is my witness, Uncle would be so angry he'd turn me into a leather jacket.
Leather jacket? Is he freaking Leatherface? Like what?
Not up to me.
Speak with Pale and leave Backwater Press. Let's talk to him for a second.
Mr. Coldfeet, what should I do in a situation like this?
Save me, save me.
Save me! Save me!
What are you talking about? Who's got cold feet?
Nothing. I was just talking to myself. Oh, I had a whole life ahead of me. Is it all over?
Enough blubbing. If you didn't want to face the time, why do the crime? Everyone is responsible for the decisions they make in life. No,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Prison in the freaking Bellabog probably isn't that bad, though. I'm not like.
Curse it! Curse it all! He warned me not to
When you're
carry out
hiring
the
a bag
transaction in
man.
person. I don't want to go to
Prison knife for a day. If you think you can commit crimes and go unpunished, stream on. Yeah.
it was a difficult journey, but it had a happy ending.
Oof, we can make
Not
it
only did we manage to
happier.
recover the microfilm,
You know what I'm saying,
we also
Taylor?
caught the culprit behind the museum thefts. That's something worth celebrating. However, I'm still a little confused. Mr. Norbert is wealthy and opportunistic, but how did he manage to find so many accomplices?
So,
and
with this, I
organize
guess we
such a
kind of like
large-scale
completed the event story, right? We found a
These
thief.
questions can wait until the interrogation.
So now it's just management now?
Our work ends here. Thanks for your efforts. Come on. Let's take the microfilm back to the museum.
I love how short she is. I never really talked to a short person, but like a considerably shorter person than me. That like I have to look down constantly at them and they have to look up at me. That's hilarious. I'd love to meet someone that short, just like be able to like talk to him to like a I don't know, I just find that kind of funny. Stella really got looked down to like talk to her. That's crazy. Yeah, let's see this film.
The slides play without a hitch. The microfilm is undamaged. Once the projector is restored, the History Culture Hall can reopen to the public. Then visitors can enjoy all 3 of the museum's most important exhibits. I want to thank you again, on behalf of all the museum staff and all of the citizens of Belobog. If it weren't for your help, I'm afraid many of the exhibits in this museum would have been lost.
Don't mention it. Another great accomplishment to my name. Yes, sir. Just another thing to the list, yeah?
That's for sure. And you know what? The way I see it, the museum's reopening is a very significant event, and worth remembering more than any other time in the past. A whole generation has grown up in the underworld in the last decade or so, and they never had the privilege of seeing these precious works of art and historical treasures. What you've done has helped bridge
Bro,
a
I
huge
messed up
gap.
my rear delt in the gym.
Even if it seems small to you,
It's freaking
you
annoying.
did a very great
But it's
thing
healing
here.
up. It's like I pulled a muscle, I think.
That's enough praise for now.
Ugh, man.
Anyway, if you
You could
did
keep
want
praising
to
me.
continue working as a part-time manager and handle the daily operations of the History Culture Hall, I recommend talking to Miss Ennis.
Yeah, so basically we're done with the events.
It's not like we don't have any other suitable candidates for
Yeah.
the position. Isn't it great you can help us with such an enjoyable job?
Great.
And by the way, I'll keep you
Amazing.
informed if we pry anything noteworthy out of that Mr. Norbert guy. See you later.
Like what? What will Norbert say? Oh, Branya? What? Yo, I thought Branya was busy. What? She has 85 people, 48, 23 papers. Holy crap. I thought, you know, you think Branya would have more papers though. I'm not gonna lie. Since she's such a busy lady. I guess not though. I mean. Alright then, I guess that's it for the main mission, but let's keep playing it so that I could check out the other museum volunteers. Okay, so now we have this part, this place over here. Oh my, let's level it up. Oh shoot, new suitable volunteer guide identified, complete missions to recruit them assistant. Alright, so let's get Japard. I actually do like these assistant missions, they're pretty funny. They're nice, they're cool. Volunteer demeanor as a volunteer guide. If I'm not mistaken, I submitted my application to pay a while ago. Didn't she receive it? I'm not sure, I should probably ask her. No problem, I'll be off then. Please wait a moment. If you know nothing about my application, maybe it didn't reach her. I think you should probably check with her. If she doesn't have my application form, I'll just fill in a new one. I'll send her a message. Thanks for your help. We sent her a message. Damn, she texts me a lot. You up? I'm inviting Japard to be a museum volunteer guide, but he says he's already submitted the application form. Do you know anything about this?
Hold on, let me have a look. ...
I found his application. It got squashed between other documents. I haven't looked at it yet. Please let him know to prepare for the interview. Oh, by the way, you don't need to be the assistant assessor this time. Get some good rest. Thank you. So I'm no longer useful to you? Question mark? So it seems like I'm no longer of use to you? ... Hey, you know that's not true. And stop pretending to get offended when you're getting a free pass to chill. I just want you to have a rest. I don't mean anything else. After all, you've been working hard for the museum all this time. I need to head off now. Please let Japard know about the interview. Okay. She said it was a mistake. I understand. As an intelligence officer, she has to deal with piles of files every day. It is impossible not to mess up once in a while. Anyway, I've got my answer. Thanks for your hard work. Without you, both of us would still be in the dark about the situation. Now, I need to start preparing for the interview she mentioned. I hope I'll have the chance to be your museum guide soon. See you around. To be your museum guide soon. Museum guide in my own museum? Damn, 80 papers, 83 people? That's crazy. Alright, speak with Pela. Apparently there's more to his mission, so let's see.
Nice to see you. Here, looking in good spirits.
Yeah.
The museum is packed these days. I've never seen it so full of visitors. You run a tight
Yeah,
ship here.
I'm pretty good.
Still,
Let's just say
it'd be nice if
I
those
got
kids would
experience.
stop littering. It's barely lunchtime and I've already picked up 3 half-eaten packs of Snow White popping.
Ban the kids. Ban the kids. I don't want those freaking rats running around my museum. Kids these days, for real.
I know, right?
FRFR,
I'll
bro.
teach them a lesson if I catch them in the act. That's for sure. By the way, you remember that Norbert guy we captured? The Silvermane guards have acquired new intel from him. I thought you might find it interesting.
Not really, but
I always
go off,
wondered,
queen.
How did he, a rich kid with virtually no real-life experience, suddenly think of becoming a smuggler? There's no way someone like him could have come up with the idea of disassembling a sculpture and hiding the pieces inside robots. The result is just as I expected.
So there's like a bigger guy
Less
on
than
top
half
of
a day
him.
of interrogation, he confessed everything. He admitted that a mysterious figure named Mr. Coldfeet persuaded him to target the museum exhibits. Mr. Coldfeet fooled Norbert into believing that many of the museum's artifacts were forcibly seized from private collectors by the Silvermane guards. He told him that true justice would be returning the artifacts to the people.
Mm-hmm.
Norbert probably didn't believe any of that nonsense. I think he just wanted to prove himself and add more to his fortune. Mr. Coldfeet not only introduced him to buyers, but also gave him advice, and only charged him a 30% consultant's fee. In the opinion of our young Mr. Norbert, the deal was too good to refuse.
Did you find this Mr. Coldfeet? Sounds lucrative. Why didn't he recruit me?
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. So, I came to discuss with you about this Mr. Coldfeet. Norbert said Mr. Coldfeet
Should give him some nice
operates
socks.
with extreme discretion
Warm socks.
and knows the Silvermane guards' every move like the back of his hand. If he catches wind about the slightest rumor in the city, he'll disappear without a trace. If what Mr. Norbert said is true, then our safest option is to send a civilian to try to reach out to Mr. Coldfeet and lure him out of his lair.
You want me to go and meet him?
You guessed it. Everyone agrees that there is no better
But I'm not a
candidate
civilian. I don't get that because, like,
Norbert
bro,
says
I'm pretty
he
sure
can
everyone in
communicate
Belobog
with
knows
Mr.
me.
Coldfeet through the door of a room in the
I'm the
Gurgis
savior of Belobog.
The usual agreed meeting time is right now. Take this as a final request from the Silvermane guards.
Okay,
Can
so
you
it's the
go to
last
the
one?
Goethe Hotel to meet with this Mr. Coldfeet?
Yeah, let's get to it then. Let's get to it then. She's just like me. Zila is just like me. She literally says the same line as I do, bro. You take a rest. Something. Oh. How is it? Are you at the Goethe Hotel? Already outside the door. I'm a bit scared. Don't be scared. You can do this. Norbert said that the secret signal he set with Mr. Coldfeet was 3 light knocks, then 2 heavy knocks. Now it's all up to your silver tongue. You can do it. I believe in you. I can do it. What was it again? 2 knocks? Light, soft knocks? The door remains unperturbed and you feel a chill breeze brush past your knees. If you stayed any longer in this freezing hallway, you would soon turn into a Miss Coldfeet yourself. Tap twice and knock 3 times. I think it was that one. There's no reaction from behind the door. Perhaps you should try again. Tap 4 times and knock once. That's funny. 3 times and knock twice.
There's no response.
Oh.
Did I remember the wrong password?
Norbert, is that you?
Yes, it's me. No, it's a Silvermane guard. Yes, it's me.
Oh, what took you so long? I was worried this Silvermane
Oh, it's
guards might have got you.
Semperkaski.
But you're not the type to turn someone in at first capture, right? Well, it's time for me to get on out of here. After all, we already made a nice little...
Damn, it really was Semperkaski. That's crazy. How could I ever betray such a dear friend? Come hell or high water, we shall forge the bonds of brotherly.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you stop at a bar on the way over here? You know what we are? Accomplices. You know what that means? Partners in crime. You know what else that means? We're not friends. All right, enough chinwagging. So how much did the microfilm sell for?
Uh-oh. I'm just gonna have to make up an amount. Hope it's believable.
Cute, very cute. I love hearing Stella's voice. 500. I think it's more than 50,000.
50,000? Well, it's a little less than I thought, but not too bad.
I kind of want to say 500,000 now.
Cold or something. Your voice sounds a little different than before. Or maybe you
a little feminine.
What kind of hotel's this anyway? No peepholes on the doors.
True.
He's starting to suspect me. That's not good.
This is the most emotion freaking Stella's voice actor had.
Next question carefully before answering.
You know, I just realized there's something I forgot. Maybe you could help me remember. That Gears and Wisdom sculpture I told you to take apart and hide away?
What?
Can you remind me how many pieces it had?
How would I know? What? A little less than 60? About 40? Around 20? I think it was like around 20. Oh, actually, no, I remember this one. A little less than 60. Or is it 40? And yeah, it wasn't 40. I remember my reaction, bro. I was like, what? 50? Like, you know, a little bit less than 60.
Well, now that's more like it. You had me in a cold sweat with those jokes. Here, hurry up and come inside. We need to discuss the details of our next operation.
Yeah, let me in. You hear a click. Mr. Coldfeet opens the door. Gently push open the door and enter. It's probably Clara. What? The face.
I mean, if it isn't my valued client. What a pleasant surprise to see you again. Isn't it amazing how fate brings people together, huh? Huh? Our bridge of friendship could extend all the way to Everwinter Hill.
I guess that was you from the beginning. It's amazing no one suspected you. I love her face, bro. Oh my god.
I mean, how could you? Your old buddy Sampo is a model citizen these days. You know the guards on sentry duty in the restricted zone? I deliver their breakfast every day. Okay. So, kinda cold out, huh? Man, this is getting uncomfortable. Okay, I have a proposal. I'm sure you're gonna find this very reasonable. Yeah, I made a few small fortunes in the artifact business lately, and I can give you 1/3 of my earnings. How about that, huh?
It's gotta be more, bro.
In exchange, I only ask that you please don't tell the Silvermane guards about me. Just tell them you missed the culprit. You're a big hero. They won't.
Hey, if there's stellar gems, bro,
how's that sound?
I'll gladly.
1/3 is a lot of money. Think about it. I would never dare to rip
Thinking
off a
about
brilliant
it.
client such as yourself.
You think I can be bought? Okay, it's a deal. Damn. But how much is 1/3, bro? That's my question. You think I can be bought? I'm thinking more of the reactions. Sample's gonna be like, okay. Pale's gonna be like, well that sucks. But if we reject it, yeah, I feel like it's gonna be more fun if we reject him.
I mean, how can you be so unaccommodating? I mean, that is not like you, sister.
Tell you this. I'll give you a free 10 warp pool. Easily sell. Oh my god, easily.
Bring them to a close. Oh, go ahead. Notify the authorities. I'd rather burn out than fade away.
Damn, I kind of want to know like the both endings, bro. I caught Mr. Coldfeet. He's Sampo. What? Sampo? I thought he's turned over a new leaf, but I'm coming over right now. Wait for me where you are. Don't let him get away. Okay. He got away. So he still got away. Man, we should just took the money. No sound of hurry footsteps, no sound of a window door opening.
I let him get away. Too late now. I'll have to wait for Pela to get here.
Wait in an empty room for a while.
Here.
Oh my.
Where's the suspect?
Jesus, little Pela jump scare. He escaped from under my nose. He vanished into thin air.
I see. So he's just as cunning and crafty as ever. He fooled the Silvermane guards into thinking he'd changed. But we won't be falling for that act again anytime soon. This operation ends here. You've helped us enough already. Leave the rest to the Silvermane guards. Here. These rewards are for you. I hope they come in handy in the journey ahead. Oh, by the way, if you still want to help run the History and Culture Museum,
I'm so pissed, bro. I could have definitely gotten some money from Sampo and gotten this reward from Pela, bro.
Miss Eris was just looking for you. Why don't you go to the museum and talk to her?
It's never good to be good, bro. Sometimes you just gotta be bad. She gave me adventure logs, bro. I'm looking like a fool. Sampo could have paid me like a third of how much she made, bro. Like, dog. She just gave me 2 adventure logs. Eris more.
Hello. Thank you for all your help.
Eris is so cute.
Business at the museum is
Cutest like
booming again.
NPC background character.
People here since I was a little girl. Oh, right. There's something I wanted to tell you. A man with blue hair came along and left a message. He asked me to pass it on to the manager of the museum. Here. I haven't read the content. Do you want to take a look?
Of course. Read the message.
To my dearest and most valued client, congratulations! Remember this day as the day you almost caught the great Mr. Coldfeet. So, how's museum manager life treating you? Just a little reminder, when it comes to working in museums, I'm quite the damn hand. What I mean to say is, if you're ever in need of a passionate and professional individual, one with an inside knowledge of museum security blind spots, I'm only a call away.
Oh, so this is how we get Sampo.
Exhibit smuggling days
Sampo.
behind me.
That's hilarious. I don't know how he doesn't get caught though if he's working in a museum, but 93 people, 93 papers, holy crap. Now it's just Zila. Thanks for your hard work. Oh, the museum's rewards his former glory. 400,000. Catch me if you can. Beautiful. Alright, perfect. Now we get Zila. Zila, Zila. What brings you here? Are you interested in volunteering at the museum? Museum? Brian seems to have mentioned that before. Did she send you here? I sent myself here. Pela sent me here. Yeah, sure, Brian sent me here. Totally. This woman is always so stubborn when it comes to odd things like this. But let me just be straight with you about why I don't want to become a volunteer guide. I mean, just think about the name Belobog History and Culture Museum. Do you really think I would fit anywhere near the history and the culture? True, I mean, it's not that I'm not willing to help, but I'm not suitable for the role. I'm sorry for making this a fruitless trip for you. Come on, I'm sure you're more than cultured enough to be a volunteer guide. Don't worry, I too know nothing about Belobogian culture. But Bronny would be so sad about this. But you're different, even though you're now a local, you still seem well educated to me, so being a guide must be an easy peasy for you. I love how they still play with the whole relationship of Brian and Zila being like practically loving each other. As for me, everyone in the underworld see me as a little rascal for as long as I can remember. If they see me working there as a guy, I'm afraid the reputation of the museum will be tarnished. Come on, I'm sure you're more than coach enough to be volunteer guide. Well, the truth is, I'm simply not cut out for this line of work. Nat used to press my head down, forcing me to read when I was like little. It was so suffocating. Would you really want someone like me to introduce exhibits to visitors? Let's just nip this idea in the bud. It won't end well for any of us.
Brian will be so sad about this.
Can you reconsider for Brian's sake? Fine, I'll do it. Just hand me the application form. Never mind, you keep the form for me and write down what I say verbatim. I'm happy to help. Huh, you're so easy to read. Why don't you write it yourself? Watch it, don't push your luck. Oh, fine, I just can't take it when she cries. Are you happy now? Okay, let's get down to business. Listen to me carefully. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah. I love how they play with that relationship. It's like still Bronya-Zila relationship from Impact, but like just a little bit. It's like a little tsundere instead, you know, a little sun. What is your first name? What is your name? Zila, no last name. Then Zila it is. Sure, Zila, no last name. Don't test me. You want to mess around and find out. What is your personal experience? I knew it. This is a tough one. Forget it. Just say that I have no experience. I can't really disclose any of the jobs I've done for the wildfire. Fine, no experience it is. Okay, I'll write down no comment here. I can tell you're enjoying teasing me like this, don't you? The last question, what are your skills and expertise? Why are the questions getting trickier? Let me think. Just go ahead and put down dispute resolution, which won't sound too intimidating, I hope. Okay, I'll just put down too scary to specify. Is it too late to back out now? I suppose it's done. Can I take a look? Better to keep it a surprise. I hope the surprise is going to be a pleasant one. Well, let's head to the overworld and submit this thing. Though I reckon it will still be unlikely for me to pass the background check. No, but you know what I like? It's almost like, okay, Zila... The relationship with Bronya and Zila and Star Rail, it's not that close like the one in the Impact. It really isn't. Like even like once we left Eurilo 7 or whatever, and like they were like arguing or whatever, it's like they just seem like very good friends, but not enough to be like, oh, Bronya's gonna cry if you don't show up. But it's almost like they just put those answers just kind of just like for the fans, you know what I'm saying? I think that was just like fan service answers. This museum looks so posh. It reminds me of that orphanage in Rivet Town. Are you Miss Aris? I'm here to submit my volunteer guide application form. Should I give it to you? Yes, please give it to me. I'll pass your resume on to Miss Payla right away. This seems serious. Let's take a break here. Yes, Zila, what are you doing here? The McKelvin here? Yep, that's me. She came of her own volition. I see. I'm surprised you finally made up your mind. Thank you, Zila. I guess it's my turn to ask questions now. My application didn't pass review, right? Can I just go now? No, Payla was impressed by your ability, so she wanted me to have an interview with you. No way for you to escape now, Zila. How come Payla has the gall to boss the Supreme Guardian around? It's not like that. A Supreme Guardian should never be put on a pedestal. Since Payla's in charge of the Museum of Malaysia problem, I have no problem following her instructions. Still, she was quite nervous when she discussed this matter with me. Anyway, let's head to the rest area. Zila and Mikhail, the interview will be held there. Fine, I'll play along, but it's only because I'm not busy today.
Fine, it's not like I like her or anything.
Thank you, Zila. As for Mikhail, the assistant assessor, you may get on with your things first. We'll start the interview when you're ready. Hell yeah. Yeah, this is so fan service, bro. Like, I think the relationship wasn't like this, really. But they just definitely, like, push it more on that side just because of, like, the whole Impact stuff. And because of the fans. Are you ready? Let's begin. Please get ready, Zila. The interview will begin now. For some reason, I feel a bit nervous. Let's see. I wish they voiced this, man. I really did. Oh, man. Dot 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 dot. Are you two communicating telepathically? Oh, I see. So we're playing a quiet game, huh? No way. Telepathy ain't real. Wait a minute. You're not actually trying to read my mind, are you, Lady Bronya? This is my first time speaking to you in this position, and I don't know what to say. Should we end the interview here? It's good for both of us. Let's not take up any more of Mikkel's time. No, please. I got plenty of time. No way. We have to go through the entire process no matter what. How do you think I should ask the questions as an interviewer? Just ask questions based on a resume. You gotta loosen up, people. Just talk to each other like friends would. Yeah, I like more than friends. I see. I'll ask some random questions based on a resume then. This is also a great chance for me to get to know Zila better. Don't we know each other well enough already? First of all, the name is Zila, no last name. Is no last name an actual family name in Belobog? Sorry about that, it's just a prank, sis. Sis. Seems like you don't know Belobog well enough. Damn, they're both good questions. Answers, bro. Oh my god, I hate that. Cause then I can't even go back, man. Sorry about that. It's just a prank, sis. It's just a prank. Oh, it's just a prank, bro. It's so stupid. Silly ass game, bro, I swear. Damn, they're so good, bro. Alright, it's just a prank. Yeah, I really haven't heard of such a weird surname. And I meant to say uncommon surname. Sorry, Zila, I hope you aren't offended. This is clearly a prank pulled by me. What are you even apologizing for? Pff, I see. Speaking of your name, there's something I've always been curious about. In fact, Zila itself is not a common name in Belobog. Does it have a special meaning? Oh? Well, Ola gave me the name. He said that it meant soul in ancient Belobogian. I'm not sure what he tried to convey through that name, but to all those thugs and gangsters in the underworld, I'm like a specter, always haunting them. Alright, relax. Well, I'm surprised by its profound meaning. How fascinating. Now the next question. No comment on your personal experience. I do get what it means, but why? Is there anything you want to say? Sorry, it's another prank of mine. Silasar can make her look more mysterious. Don't pin the blame on me. Okay, I've got it. I'm not going to probe. Let's see what's next. For skills and expertise, you wrote too scary to specify, and that means... Mikkel, do you have a wise answer to Supreme Guardian's question? Sorry, it's yet another prank of mine. Zila forced me to write that. Another prank of mine. Nobody forced you to do that. I'm surprised at how close you two are. In fact, I can more or less get what Zila is trying to say. Don't worry, I don't think your skills and expertise will be put to use here. Even if there were such a dispute, I could handle it. No, if there were such a dispute, you should need to summon the Silvermane guards. Don't forget that protecting me is not one of your duties. You can't just gratuitously get yourself hurt. Okay, I got it. Well, let's call it a day. I'll announce the result now. I'm sure I failed. You've passed. Welcome to the Belobog History and Culture Museum, Zila.
What?
I'm not sure how to respond to this. Congrats, Zila. The plot thickens. You've made Bronya happy. Oh man, these are some good responses. The plot thickens. You've made Bronya happy. It's just these two that are really good. The plot thickens. You've made Bronya happy. You're not wrong about that. Anyway, everything's fine as long as she's happy. Yeah, are you two having a secret talk? Nothing. Hey Bronya, what should I do next? Hurry up and assign some jobs to me. Follow me later. We have to go through some formalities. Thank you for your help in the interview. Thanks to you, I've had the chance to get to know Zila better. That was fun. Please excuse me now, as I have to take Zila to complete the procedure. Remember to visit the museum often and check on Zila. I love it. They obviously saved Zila for last. Do you really have so little trust in me? Ah, damn. I'll take any Bronya Zila freaking fan service anytime, bro. I guess that's that. I mean, the rest is really just like upgrading the museum now, and just like by the freaking. I don't really care about the. Like, I'll still do these. I'll still do the quests for the exhibits. These exhibit clues, but I don't really think I need like a whole. I don't think anyone's really interested in watching that. You know, it's the like character quests were actually like unique. This stuff is like okay. Like, okay, like what? Like yeah, okay. But I think that's enough. Let me go ahead and let me do a warp. I think I could do one warp. All right, let's do it. Bronya, come on. It is. Oh, Bronya. Yo, please, come on, bro. Come on, dog. I love the fact that Bronya is so good with Zila and the team. It's just like she works for Zila. It's just such a perfect pairing, like they always work. Yes! I love it. Alright, bro. Bronya, bro. Come on, Bronya, please. Bronya. Oh, shoot! Hey, it's not Bronya, but Clara, though? That's fire. Especially because I got Clara's card. Literally, like, the last time I played this game. Sick. Hell yeah. And Pela. I mean, I already have Pela, but, like, you know, another Pela. That's crazy. Sick. That was really cool, actually. I like that. I'm still debating myself for Shasha. Silverwolf, bro. It's just like I've gotten pretty lucky with the 5-star pulls in this one, bro. But would I be able to just get if I knew that I would get Silverwolf in one hit in 110 warp, I would go for it. But if not, then like just damn, bro. The thing with Silverwolf is that I kind of just want to get her just like have her. I really could care less about like. I don't think I'm gonna actually use her, but just like add her to my collection. You know, this will be a great addition to my collection. Man, hey guys, I was just about finishing up here the museum, but I noticed that they kind of changed it up a bit. Now we got Bronya here. Something about like we're gonna put up a portrait of Lady Cocolia. So like, let's see what Bronya says. You know what I'm saying? To like wrap this up. I thought I was just gonna wrap up very normally. Like, hold on. Damn, yo, them like cheeks right there is crazy, bro. God damn. Okay. We meet again. Thank you for agreeing to meet to this meeting on such short notice. Is there anything that I can do for you? Oh, it's nothing. How was here anyway? That is fate. Then it seems that this portrait is destined to require your opinion in order to be fully completed. To commemorate my mother, the architects and I agree that a portrait should be created for her and sent to the museum for the Belabogians to remember her. However, if the portrait is to be added as an exhibit to the museum, it will need a brief introduction. Although we have already put out the narrative that Madame Cocolia has sacrificed herself in the war, we still want to hear your opinion, the hero of Belobog who saved the city. Leave it to me. I'm afraid I'm not up to the task. I think I agree with this one actually. I think it's honestly Bronya who should do that. You don't have to be modest. I trust your instincts. As for how to organize such language properly, just leave it to me. So let's start. First is the story of Mother, before her reign. It is said that my mother, like me, was also selected from the barren underground and brought to the elf world at that time. Hold on, let me just, in case they remove that. At that time, she was curious about everything, especially the flowers that she couldn't see in the underworld. In her spare time, she would always go to the florist. Later, she became the top student at the Belobog Military Academy, graduating at the top of her class. People say she had the most intelligent mind in all of Belobog. After that, Mother embarked on her career in governance, and with her charismatic personality gained the support of the entire city. Under her supervision, the Silvermane Guards were finally able to counterattack to reclaim the Fragmentum, though it comes at too high a cost. What do you think? How should we describe Mother's early years in the introduction? Focus on her arrival at the overworld, focus on her experience while studying, focus on her early administration. I would like you to repeat her story. So basically, she is kind of like an orphan, kind of like that, you know, studying flowers. Then she became a really good student, you know, straight A's, a nerd top, like geek top, 4 eyes, like. And then she studied governance. Very charming, and she became the freaking president or something, whatever, of this place. Her arrival at the overworld. Focus on her experience while studying. Early administration. I think her experience while studying would be pretty neat. Right? In a museum, you kind of would like to know about that. Yeah. In that case, Supreme Guardian Cocolia showed remarkable knowledge and ability during her studies. Belobog firmly believed that such an intelligent mind would pick up the last torch of civilization and lead people through the dark and boundless snow curtain. You think this description is appropriate? Very much so. Got it, so next up, Mother's story after she has taken power. Under Mother's rule, the most well-known decree was a blockade of the overworld and the underworld. On one hand, this measure secured Belobog's rear, but it also results in many unnecessary sacrifices, causing much controversy among the people. However, she never forgot her dream of healing the world, but due to certain reasons she suffered continued torment, both mentally and physically, which eventually led her to becoming the unfeeling and indifferent person you knew. Nevertheless, Mother still regarded me as her dearest daughter, perhaps leaving what little warmth she had left for me instead of her people. I'm sorry, I may have injected too many personal feelings. Let's get back on topic. How do you think we should describe Mother's experiences during her rule in the introduction? Emphasize the blockade policy, emphasize on her change in personality, emphasize her motherly love. Her motherly love. But don't you think that would be a little bit too personal? No, I trust your judgment. Let me try and organize language. Though Supreme Guardian lost before her cruel destiny, the light of humanity eroded away, she still tried her best to give whatever gentleness she had to the people and help them towards salvation, just like how she treated her daughter. Oh, that's really good. Look at you. What a good little politician you are, Bronya. Oh my. So, next is the final moments of Mother's life. The Klopoth Fort already has a conclusion for this part, so let's skip it. Finally, let's give Mother an objective assessment. Even though you once fought against her, I believe you can provide a perfect answer. As a trailblazer and her former enemy, how would you evaluate Mother, former Supreme Guardian Cocolia? She had good intentions, but she chose the wrong path. I will state the truth, she had both merits and faults. She's a heartless queen with a disregard for life? Jesus. She had both merits and faults. I agree with those the most. I hope you find your own answer. Ooh, damn. I agree with that, actually. This is indeed an objective evaluation. However, you can still think about it a little more. We have time. Sure. Really? I worry that I might be biased. She's a heartless queen? From the standpoint of those who have passed away, I cannot refute such a viewpoint. However, you can still think about it a little more. We have time. Good intentions, chose wrong path. I'm glad you gave this evaluation. However, you can still think about it a little more. We have time. It's kind of the same thing. It doesn't really affect it. Let's pick... She had good intentions. Whatever. Thank you. The other architects and I will carefully consider your opinion before finalizing the draft. If you are interested in the final text, come to the History Culture Hall yourself to check it. See you later. I thank you for your contribution to Belobog. You will forever be our hero. Ah, beautiful. It's the picture. Oh, and it's little Bronya and Cocolia. Nice. So that's the last exhibit. I completely upgraded the all of the thingies, all of the exhibits, rooms. I don't know. All of these things, you know, this like grand hall, interior room, exterior grand hall, like I upgraded all of them, max level. You are a big hero. Do you know the History Culture Hall has also been successful yourself? With your help, this means that we can open the whole museum to the public. I had no idea the Supreme Guardian had gone through this. Is this the monster that invaded us 700 years ago? I didn't expect this long buried history would one day see the light of day and the museum be brought back to life. This is all so unbelievable. We owe this to you. You are the true hero of Belobog. You deserve that title. Sir Olden. Okay. It's a picture, little brown. Yeah, so cute. Okay, so that is officially it for the Belobog Museum thing. Oh, you helped revitalize Belobog's history and culture museum. Thank you for your efforts and may your road ahead to be full of wonders. Yes, I have done everything. All exhibits. All characters. Oh wait. They don't let me play anymore? What? They don't let me manage? That's crazy. Wow. Oh, so no wonder Eris, like, it won't appear in the video because I wasn't filming at the time. But Eris was like, it's okay, I'll take it from here. You did such a great job. You literally made it the best of the world. Apparently the freaking opera chick, she's completely losing clients because of how bussin' our museum is. So yeah, wow, that's absolutely it. I thought we could have still played the Museum Tycoon game, but I guess not. That's damn, that's tough. That's tough. I actually enjoyed that little mini game. I didn't know we would completely be over it, but like, I mean, I guess, right? Once you reach the max. Okay, well, I mean, that's enough. It was really short. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's it. I'm out. Yeah.